They'll let him throw again. Wide open Deebo Samuel. Got a block from George Kittle. Deebo Samuel. There he goes. Foot on the gas. All the way. Touchdown San Francisco. A 74-yarder.
Joe Davis on the call for Fox Sports. And oh, baby. The Niners advance in the divisional round where they'll take on either the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or Dallas Cowboys as Deebo Samuel breaks that catch off for 74 yards. And Deebo had himself a day. Brock Purdy had himself a day. The Niners had themselves a day, especially in the third quarter, flipping that football game after being down 17-6. So we say good morning to everybody getting off their graveyard shifts. Good morning to all the teachers, students, cops, CHP officers, baby mamas, baby daddies, you name it. Electricians, Longshoremen, Shasky, Lubman, and Spadoni. Shasky, what a night. Or what a day at Levi Stadium where, to me, I got old school Candlestick playoff vibes.
Agreed.
Overcast, rain, hard hitting, crowd is into it. They're standing up basically the entire football game. They put the Seahawks to bed once and for all in 2022.
It was really loud. I thought the Niner fans did a great job showing up early, getting lathered up. And I thought they kept the opponent out of the stadium because there was a lot of just chatter online about, oh, don't let Seahawk fans in. I didn't see a lot of Seahawk fans, did you?
Wasn't a lot of 12 flags around there. Wasn't a lot of 12s.
I mean, I know that's like irrelevant to people that are watching on their couch,
Right.
but like I thought the environment was incredible. I loved the environment, and I thought that the wet conditions, to me, made the pass rush negated for the 49ers. They did not get good jump off the ball. There was a couple plays for Eric Armstead, a couple really nice stuffs by Kinlaw, but it felt like the guys on the edges, Bosa, Ibukam, didn't have their normal push-off, and it was a tale of two halves. Geno Smith, I thought, was awesome in the first half. Totally different guy in the second half.
No, well, Charles Omenihu was the guy who brought the pass rush this
Agreed.
week. Charles Omenihu flashed on tape. He popped on tape, but the pass rush, to your point, was non-existent. I don't know if it had something to do with the wet conditions. I don't know if it had something to do with the field, because it didn't rain mostly during the game. During the game, the rain stayed away.
Well, where we were at, I don't know if you have a slight overhang. It was in and out where we were at. In and out. It was like misty, come down for a little bit, then it would stop. But it wasn't anything that was like, Bears game earlier in the year reminiscent. It was far from that.
No doubt about that. But they come out in the second half and really down 17-16 because Brock Purdy started off cold. But here's where we'll start. Number one, Shanahan. I thought he was in his freaking bag as a play caller. You watched the game back, and I said, guys were running wide open all day long. All day long. Like the Seattle Seahawks this morning should be lucky that the Niners didn't drop 55 on them.
I said to Sam Lubman, like, people can argue about whether Purdy's real, Purdy's good, he's great, he's overrated, like whatever. Put that to the side. If they had any, like, let's just say, if it was Mahomes, they would have scored 60 points in that game.
No doubt.
But there were three guys open on every play.
Every play. Shanahan was dialing it up in the run game. Like Christian McCaffrey on that big, long run in the first quarter. The blocks that were set up.
Ayuk was blocking like a madman all day.
Kittle coming through the hole. Juszczyk coming through the hole. Trent Williams setting the edge. There was holes galore in this football game.
Burford was great.
Burford was great. The offensive line, for the most part. Aaron Banks, I know he let up one play, gave up a sack there late in the second quarter. But you know what? For the most part, the offensive line was fine.
They were great.
They held up. The Niners rolled up 505 total yards on Saturday.
How were you feeling in the first half? Let's start with the first half, because I just thought the first couple of drives, clearly nerves, the rain, there was a lot going on. It's your first playoff game. I just felt like Brock's a tick slow. He doesn't see the field maybe as well as he has. Let's see if this kid can settle in. It felt like the offense had big chunk plays wide open, and they were just missing here and there. They're throwing 2 times to 1 in terms of pass to rush ratio. Like, how are you feeling in the first half?
Well, first half, I expected what I saw from Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
All right, overall, he was 9-19 in that first half for 147 yards.
He dropped back 20 times.
Damn near 20 times. It tells me
I was
that
yelling,
Shanahan
run
trusts
it.
him. Look, all week long, we were talking about, hey, man, how are you going to ease Brock into the game? I thought Shanahan, hey, you're going to lean on the run. You're going to lean on McCaffrey. You're going to lean on Elijah Mitchell. You're going to have the short passing game going on. Hell, the first play of the game is play action, and he's looking deep down the field to either Ayuk or Deebo Samuel, and Brock Purdy missed him. He was nervous.
Yeah.
It's his first ever postseason game. I expected him to be amped up.
Yeah.
He telegraphed a couple passes. He's lucky number 57, that linebacker for Seattle, didn't pick off a couple plays. He telegraphed some quick slants.
It's that zone. We've talked about this. This is what happened to Jimmy Garoppolo in that Viking game way back when. Sometimes they sit in that zone, and you miss that linebacker just sitting there waiting in the window.
Sitting right there in that window. And Brock Purdy, he averted trouble early on in that football game. They were able to weather the storm, though, with him being nervous. I thought he woke up. Look, late in the second quarter when he's running around, rolling out to the same spot, things got a little clunky.
He kept spinning and rolling out left and then going to the short side of the field. And all I kept saying was like, look, I love the way that you're evading pressure. You're taking unnecessary hits right now. Throw the ball away or step up to your right. Like I was screaming from my seats.
Well, I wasn't screaming, but I was just like, this is weird, man. He's a little rattled right now. But look, he's a rookie.
I know.
He's a rookie. It's his first postseason start. However, later down the line, whether you play the Buccaneers or Cowboys, we're going to find that out tonight, or if you go to the NFC Championship game against Philadelphia, that can't happen. Slow starts will get you beat. Slow starts will get you put behind the 8 ball, and now you're playing uphill. You don't want to do that with Brock Purdy right now. But in the first half, some uneasy moments. They left points on the field. That was my biggest takeaway. It's like, man, 17-16, the squib kick. We got to clean that up.
Oh, we'll get to that.
You can't have the squib kick. Hoshka makes a 56-yard field goal, whatever. Brock was a little nervous, and that's okay. I expected that. It was predictable to be Shasky.
I just felt like they flipped the switch in the second half, though. Before we get, because there's so much to get into. Geno Smith made one of the great throws I've ever seen in person. That throw he threw down the line to throw it back inbounds to DK, and for DK to box out the way he did, I was thinking to myself, oh, God, here we go. This is the last thing we need. Then there's 13 seconds. The Niners score a field goal, I believe. 13 seconds left in that first half. They squib kick it. And this is just me thinking. I'm going, why are you squib kicking it in this situation? Oh, you want to run some clock out. Well, you're going to give him the ball somewhere between the 30 and the 40. Geno could crow hop and throw one into the end zone, and you got a guy in DK. All it takes is a pass interference. Didn't love that. That's a situational play that I think that they would like to have back. I'm not going to lose my mind over it. And then you get And then you get the Jimmy Ward horrible penalty. It's like, Jimmy, you're a veteran. You cannot do that in that situation.
Yeah, and they set up Jason Myers for 56 yards, and the Seahawks take the lead 17-16. But I love what the Niners did right out of the half.
Thank you.
They reestablished their identity. They ran the ball, situational passing. And Jonathan Abram, the former Raider, what are you doing?
I thought that was Bush League. I saw it from my seats, and I'm going, what is he doing? Then they showed the replay, and then I'm watching Shanahan run out onto the field.
Shanahan's in the middle of the field yelling at the referee, saying, what's going on? Well, basically, Jonathan Abram on the pass from Purdy to Deebo Samuel goes for 21 yards. Ended a play. Abram twisted his ankle. It was a hell of a catch. Hell of a game by Deebo Samuel. We'll get to him. Deebo Samuel played out of his mind. Then he went to go party in Vegas for a little bit for his birthday. Yeah, I saw it on the gram.
Also, he pulled a John Daly.
Yeah,
after John Daly lost to Tiger Woods at TPC Harding, he went straight to Vegas.
He had the little, I think he had the Dior jacket on, and he's popping champagne before he got on the private jet. And I think he had himself a night.
You know, good for him.
Yeah, good for him. He deserved it after a game like that. But he goes for 21 yards, and Abram basically tries to twist Deebo's ankle. And it was weird. And then you had the old NFC West rivals with a nice little scrub.
Loved it.
Pushing, some shoving.
George Kittle
some trash
was fired
talking.
up,
Yeah, Ayuk was fired up. Did you see Brendan Ayuk?
I did.
You never see Brendan Ayuk show emotion like that.
No, but even George, when he caught that touchdown pass later on, George was like looking back at at Pete and all the guys on the sidelines, and he's like bumping his helmet. I'm thinking, I've never seen Kittle so animated towards the opponent like that.
Well, they woke the 49ers up.
Big time.
They woke the 49ers up. They take a 23-17 lead, and they play the game. Obviously, is when Seattle had a 3rd down and 14 at the Niners 19. A great drive by Seattle. It was a phenomenal drive. And then Geno Smith drops back, and Charles Omenihu gets some pressure. Bosa recovers, and that was all she wrote because the Niners went on and they ended up dropping 18 straight on them after that fumble. So that to me was the game right there.
Well, they're marching down, and you're thinking, oh boy, they're going to get a touchdown here. They're going to tie it up. This is way too close for everyone's liking right now. But that turnover absolutely was the game, and then they get the big touchdown. You know what I mean? Right away, right after that, this team and people are going to perceive this as a negative. I'm not saying this is a negative. I mean this in the most positive light possible. They are one of the elite front runner teams I've ever seen. They get a multi-score lead, and they just shut you down. Like, it is really incredible. Like, I know Indianapolis years ago used to, like, hey, we've got these two defensive ends, and we're going to get Peyton Manning. We're going to get a 2-score lead on
Mathis.
Yeah, and we're just
pin
going
our ears back, and we're going to get the quarterback.
In a weird way, I feel like the Niners, if they go up 10 or more, it's like game over.
Game over.
This defense hunts. Like, if it's a close game, it's different. But when this defense, and I mean this not in a negative way at all, I mean this in a praising way.
When they get a lead, it's bye-bye.
Right? They just suffocate you.
It's night-night. You're not rallying from this team, especially with the offense humming the way they are.
Exactly.
I mean, McCaffrey.
Bonte, they could have put up 60 in this game.
I know. They left so many points on the board. So many, especially in the first half where you score 16, but you have to settle for 3 field goals. They left money on the board, and you can't do that moving on to the playoffs. You can't do that.
No, I'm with you. And the reason why you're saying, like, you left money on the board, they could have had an opportunity to score touchdowns on every single possession
it's unbelievable.
Of that half because of some of the play calls from Shanahan where guys are wide open. There was a play where he missed Ayuk over the top, and Ayuk stopped running or whatever.
Right.
He also had Debo wide open on the crosser.
I don't know if you watched it back with the broadcast. Joe Davis is yelling, Debo's open.
I know.
And I remember from our seats, we're like, yo, hit Debo, bro. Hit Debo. And Debo's running. Debo may have scored on that play. That's how wide open he was.
The Debo, you're talking about the third down play that he caught where Abrams twisted his leg. He made such a great catch. It was low below the knees. He catches it, turns upfield, and goes. Debo almost broke 4 or 5 other ones.
No doubt. He had himself a game.
How fresh did his legs look?
You said he was an X factor, and look, he continues his playoff run. Think about what he did last season in the playoffs, Shasky. Last year, starting off in the Dallas Cowboys game. All right? His first year is in 2019, he comes up with 10 catches, 127 yards. Last year, he has 10 catches, 154 yards, and that doesn't do it justice because he ran for another 27 and 137, right? This guy is a playoff performer.
Yeah.
And he talked about it after the game. He goes, look, man, we're just physical. And teams we see if they can hang with us when it comes to being physical. And that's the thing, moving them forward. Are the Bucks, are the Cowboys going to be able to be as physical as the 49ers moving forward next Sunday at Levi Stadium? I don't know. They wear you out.
Yeah. Well, the one big takeaway from all the playoff games, as you zoom out from the Niner one, if you don't capitalize on the other team's mistakes, you're done. Right? Like, if you leave the window open for someone, you got to stick your foot in there and you got to take advantage of it. Whether we're talking about the Jaguars, last night, the Cincinnati game, like, one mistake was the difference for Baltimore, right?
No doubt.
I mean, it's the most random play we've ever seen, but, like, you're going to sneak it in from the one. You don't. You fumble it right there. Guy picks it up and runs 99 yards. I mean, you got to be able to capitalize. Bonte, I keep coming back to the same thing over and over and over again. This team just has so many playmakers on offense. And Brock is just pulling all the levers and getting the ball out to every guy. Well, boom, let me hit Ayuk. Boom, let me hit George Kittle. Boom, let me hit Elijah or Christian McCaffrey on the check down. He's just done a great job of just kind of like staying within himself, moving just enough in the pocket, and then boom, ding, 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 ding.
How gratifying is it for Kyle Shanahan to say, on any given play, Christian McCaffrey may be my fourth option? George Kittle may be the primary.
I know.
Debo may be your second read. Ayuk may be your third read, and McCaffrey's your check down. Or McCaffrey could be your primary.
I know.
Kittle could be your second read. Debo could be your check down, and Ayuk's your third option. Like, you have an embarrassment of riches. That's why when it comes to, like, hey, man, maybe you have too many playmakers.
Yeah.
I'll rather have too many playmakers than not enough playmakers.
Did you notice, like, in the first half specifically, they kept putting Debo in the backfield. So you had some variation of McCaffrey, Debo. Maybe sometimes you had Juszczyk. There was a play. It was in shotgun. McCaffrey's on the left of Purdy. Juszczyk's on the right of Purdy. And then Debo comes around in like a jet sweep.
Right.
And so, like, the defense is just shifting. They have no idea which direction to go. Another play, they shifted Debo to the backfield, split McCaffrey out wide. Like, the formation.
Split him out wide to the right.
Yes,
the
exactly formation variation is just to move a guy over to give me a step to the left. Like, I just got to say, Shanahan, the master class of pre-snap formations and movement and motion. The guy is just in his look. I hate saying in his bag. He is on a
that's what we say.
Another level.
No,
he is.
He's on a he's coming into his own right now. And the killer instinct that he has developed this season alone. That's one thing that I've knocked him for. Not having that killer instinct, letting teams hold on, get the ball for a final possession and try to tie the game or take the lead or whatnot. I'm like, put your foot on their throat. And Shannon has done that ever since SoFi Stadium. They go down to SoFi Stadium about 24-14. I keep going back to this, where he's like, yo, Jimmy, Jimmy, throw it to Ross Dwelly down the left sideline. Yo, Jimmy, throw it to the back of the end zone to George Kittle. Let's put these dudes away. And you put them away 31-14. Yeah. Shanahan's killer instinct this year, he's grown into that.
Yeah.
So when you look at the Seattle game and you look at all the pre-snap motions, how many times did we see George Kittle, he'll motion him over, and then he's your lead blocker going into the left. Lead blocking with Juszczyk, Trent Williams, and Brandon Ayuk on the outside. I mean, Shanahan right now, we call it the year of Shanahan. Shanahan was legit on Saturday. He was unbelievable.
I'm with you on that. And the other takeaway, as you zoom out, not just on the Niners, it does feel there are certain offensive play callers who are in the moment.
Right.
Their rhythm and their feel for what their team's doing well and what the opponent's not doing well. It's like a snowball effect. You saw it with Brian Daboll. I thought he was cooking, and Saquon's legs look so fresh like Debo's.
The Giants are a problem.
No doubt. And then Doug Peterson. Like, you see Doug Peterson in the rhythm of the game, in the flow of the game. He starts going and like boom, 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 and guys are wide open. Right now, the offensive play callers that are head coaches are they're a step ahead of some of these defensive guys.
I can't wait to ask Baldy about the T formation 4th down play to Travis Etienne with the Jaguars. 3 running backs in the backfield. We used to run that play on college football 95 on Sega Genesis.
Just so they could get a one-on-one with Asante Samuel on the edge.
Unbelievable.
With Etienne.
It's unbelievable. Great play calling by Dougie P. Can't wait to see what Andy Reid has in store for the Jaguars next week. But the Niners win. We'll await the winner of tonight's game. Cowboys, Bucks. Come on, Shasky. I know who you want. We've already seen Brady.
Yeah, I want the Cowboys.
You want the Cowboys?
Yeah, I don't want to see Brady.
Sunday game, 3:30 kickoff, a Madden Summerall Classic.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Come on, man. Give me the Cowboys.
Boys, me and Bonte got the exact same voicemail from Guru yesterday, voice message. Can we play that at some point for the audience?
We will definitely do that. By the way, shout out to YouTube, Twitch, and the Xfinity mobile text line.
I love you, Guru.
And all guests. We will be guest free today. You know how we do it on a Victory Monday, but all guests appear on the Bud Light guest line.
Win.
Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Shout out to Laurel or Lottle. I guess it's Lotto in Chandler, Arizona. Ordered 2 DPLY shirts and 2 relevant shirts just now. You can get yours right now at 957thegameshop.com. Bo and Mo, we're going to get to you on the other side as we continue to roll here on the Morning Rush. You know what I start thinking? Purdy's playing so well. He is playing so well. There's no way he's coming back for $1 million next year. There's no way.
I don't think you can restructure a rookie deal until the second year, I believe.
If I'm Brock Purdy,
I don't think you can.
I don't know how he's going to play for $1 million.
I think there's rules in the collective bargaining agreement where rookie contracts, I don't think you can
you can rip it up
until the second or third year, because Mahomes, same thing. Remember, he was a first rounder. They couldn't give him the...
Well, Brock Purdy's a 7th round pick.
I know, but I'm almost positive. I'm going to check.
That's crazy. If you could get him playing for $1 million next year, because, look, man, I'm a big Trey Lance guy. I don't know how you go back, because Purdy looks like the real deal. Purdy looks like he has total command of the offense. He knows where everybody is supposed to be, and he's not afraid to stretch the field down. He's not afraid to stretch the field. He's not. So that's a conversation for another day. We'll get the ball on the other side. More coming up here on the Morning Rush on the Victory Monday. 888-957-9570. 888-957-9570. The Morning Roast live and local on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We all had a dream, and Shasky and I, we're living our dream right now here on the Morning Roast with everybody here at 95.7 The Game. That's what's coming up on the game. Sponsored by Solo and John Buys Bay Area Homes. Think of selling your house, but don't want to deal with repairs, cleaning, realtors, photos, and showings? With John Buys Bay Area Houses.com, you don't have to do any repairs or pay any commissions. Visit John Buys Bay Area Houses.com.
It's a Monster Monday on 95.7 The Game. Brought to you by Zenni, the official eyewear of the San Francisco 49ers. Shop from over 3,000 styles at 80% off retail prices. Exclusively at Zenni.com.
Solo is the new single-seat EV built to take you where you need to go. And with up to 100 miles of range, it can take you almost 3 times as far as the average person drives a day. Take it to work, the store, the gym, or even the bank with all the money you can save. Reserve yours now at drivesoloev.com.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Get started for just $49.99 a month. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now on.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 50 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile Savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Hey, it's Joe Shasky here to talk about the tax and crypto attorneys and accountants at Kugelman Law. Do you trade crypto? Do you have any NFTs? Have you received a 1099 from a crypto exchange reporting your transactions? Do you need crypto accounting services? Well, if so, then you need to contact the attorneys and accountants at Kugelman Law by visiting sftaxteam.com. Kugelman Law Team has helped hundreds of clients over the years with crypto, accounting, and tax compliance issues. And they'll give you a fair and honest assessment of your crypto needs. During your consultation, they will offer straightforward and transparent pricing while educating you about the solutions that are available. The IRS is ramping up enforcement of crypto users, so it's important that you have an attorney experienced with crypto on your side. Visit Kugelman Law to schedule your consultation today at SF Tax Team. That's SF Tax Team. Alexander Kugelman, Managing Attorney, 21 Tamil Vista Boulevard, Suite 202, Corte Madera, California, 94925. This paid endorsement does not constitute or a guarantee or prediction of results. That's sftaxteam.com.
Hey, what's up? Mark Willard here for the Game Time app, the absolute best way to find your way into the hottest games, concerts, and events in your area at the last minute. My son actually turned me on to the Game Time app. He used it to get into a Padres-Giants game in San Diego this year. He's 15. He was like, Dad, I can get into this game tomorrow for like $15. I told him, you should do it. The Game Time app offers amazing last-minute deals on tickets, and with the NFL playoffs right around the corner, the Game Time app is where you'll want to be. But it's not only pro sports. I was looking at the app today to find Louis C.K. tickets. Ed Sheeran is coming to town. All the events, all in one spot with great deals. Game Time is the fastest growing ticketing app in the nation, and with these deals, it is no surprise. So download the Game Time app, enter your email, and redeem code the game for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Once again, enter your email and redeem code the game for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Bonus days are back for pros at Lowe's. You earn points and save when you buy the top pro brands you trust, like DeWalt. Right now, you can save $100 on the powerful DeWalt 8¼ carbide tipped portable table saw. Was $399, now just $299. Join today and shop bonus days, only at Lowe's. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 1/20. Subject to change while supplies last. Visit Lowes.com/MVP's bonus points for details.
I've had COVID.
Me too.
But I didn't know you could get it again.
What?
And if you're 50 or older,
or have a chronic condition like heart disease or diabetes.
Getting COVID again could get really serious, even deadly.
That's why getting an updated COVID vaccine is so important.
COVID isn't going away anytime soon, but I can lower my risk.
And I'm up for that.
We can do this. Find updated COVID vaccines near you at vaccines.gov. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
For all contest rules, go to 957thegame.com/rules.
By now, you know that sound. It's the sound of the Home Depot. But what about that sound? You're listening to a set of GE appliances, complete with all you need to keep food fresh, dishes clean, and everything else stress-free. Making this the sound of savings on top brand appliances. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Get up to 25% off select GE appliances right now. Offer valid January 5th through January 25th, 2023. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
For the ones finding new ways to ensure the job always gets done. For the ones wearing many hats. For the ones who are hands-on, even from far away. And the ones keeping business moving forward. We are Grainger, offering professional-grade industrial supplies, plus real-time product availability and access to experts ready to answer your toughest questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Third down and 14. Pressure. Ball is out. San Francisco's got it. It was all Nick Bosa.
Come on, man. You got Larry June in the building. You listen to the Morning Roast, and we're doing numbers, man. Good job, Morning Roast. Sock it to me. Hey. Yee!
That to me was the game. 2:31 left in the third quarter. Charles Omenihu coming around the edge, forcing a Geno Smith fumble on third down as the Seahawks were threatening to either take the lead or cut it within 23-20. And of course, Nick Bosa falls on it, and the Niners don't look back. They beat the Hawks 41-23. Really, the Hawks made it look a little closer than what it was with a garbage time touchdown at the end of the game there. Niners roll. They will await the winner of tonight's Monday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. So 888-957-9570. We can recap the game. And who do you want? Bucks or Cowboys? Bucks or boys? Boys or Bucks? I want to see that star at Levi Stadium in the playoffs. I really do. The Road to Glendale brought to you by Bear West Credit Union. Working for you today, tomorrow, and together, Shasky. You want to take some calls here?
Yeah, real quick, just to clean this up from the last segment, the rookie wage scale. Wage scale was implemented in 2011 after the CBA, and it reduced the salaries, obviously, for early first-round picks. The Sam Bradfords, the Alex Smiths getting these huge things, and then it changed the timing. Here's how it works. Rookie salaries differ from one draft to another, but all the rookies are slotted, and there's a maximum and a minimum amount that each can be spent based on the pick or their position. And then here's the specifics on extending players. Drafted players, a drafted player, whether you're first or Mr. Irrelevant, cannot renegotiate their contract until the conclusion of the third season.
Wow.
That means someone like, for example, Kyler Murray, a first overall pick, couldn't sign a new deal until January 10th of 2022, right? So undrafted players, different. Okay, had he been undrafted, he would be able to renegotiate after 2 full seasons.
Wow. So Brock Purdy's going to be under contract for a couple $1 million for the next 2 years. You also have Trey Lance for a bargain, $9 million next year, 9.3, and then 10.8 in 2024. That training camp battle will be dynamic between Trey Lance and Brock Purdy. But Brock Purdy right now balling undefeated in his 6 starts. Leading the NFL in touchdown passes, his rating, his moxie. We got taken over to school in just a second, but I want to get Mole in Detroit on the airwaves. Mole in Detroit waiting. What's up, Mole? What's happening? You're on the roast.
Gentlemen, happy MLK Day.
Happy MLK Day, buddy. Happy MLK Day, excuse me.
Hey, listen, thank you. Listen, 2 quick points, if you guys don't mind. What I love about this team is we didn't need a Nick Bosa 3-sack game to win. We find ways to do it, and they
Hey, Mo, give us a call back. Your line is cutting out a little bit.
You sound like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, give us a call back, man. Give us a call back. All right.
Guys laugh. You like that one?
All right, let's get this out the way because Warriors, while you guys were watching playoff football, your boy was sitting there watching the Warriors.
I was
18.
watching.
Oh, my gosh. Vucevic, 43, ties a career high.
How many left-handed finger rolls did he have yesterday?
How about the 5 threes?
Well, I mean, come on.
I mean, somebody step up and play some defense. We got the greatest defensive player ever, right? Draymond Green? It's time for Taking Them to School, brought to you by Evergreen Valley College, home of the free tuition for spring 2023, beginning January 30th. Got the beat for Taking Them to School? There we go. I got the clip. Curry. Look, Stephen Curry had a double-double yesterday. He turned the ball over 8 times, but he did have this nice little one-handed, one-legged driving floater.
Draymond on the bounce to Thompson. Chest pass to Curry. Curls down the lane. Leans back. Handed over Vucevic off of one leg and knocked down the 2.
Sometimes you just go and your own natural ability and make it up.
Yeah, that was just having fun in the schoolyard right there.
Tim Roy, Jim Barnett on the call right here on 95.7 The Game. Warriors were up 7 at that point in the third quarter, 69-62. Bulls would take the lead, a 6-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And they would feast on the Warriors' 23 turnovers, converting them into 31 points. And the Warriors dropped the 4-17 on the road. They failed to win back-to-back games on the road. It's just a dud. You come out in the first quarter, you're down 15. You're in the first half with an 18-5 run. And you lose to the lowly Bulls without DeMar DeRozan. Yikes. Yuck. I can't get my hand on the Golden State Warriors. Got a game tonight. We got pregame show 11 o'clock today, Shasky. I don't know if you'll be up. Maybe you're taking a nap. No? Yes.
It's a day game.
It's a day game.
I'm going to go get my workout in, and then today's the one dry day. I'm going to take a ride up to the river to check on the cabin.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah, I want to make sure everything's okay.
All right, that was Taking Them to School, brought to you by Evergreen Valley College, home of free tuition for spring 2023, beginning January 30th. Let's go to Rhea. Rhea Lancaster, what's happening? You're on the roast.
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy playoff victory Monday.
Happy Victory Monday. I don't know what's going on in our lives, but go ahead, Rhea.
I want to just celebrate my team and how dominant we were in that second half. And I just want to say, Diamador Lenore was beautiful for that little interception.
All right, Rhea, give us hang tight. It's nothing on the callers. Something's going on with our phone lines here. 888-957-9570. We definitely want to hear from the 49er faithful today. This is a big day for our phone calls here. We want to get going here.
Yeah, Spinoni thinks it's probably the rain and the wind, which is causing the elements are causing something with our transformer for call-in. So just give us some time to work on it.
All right.
Diamador Lenore absolutely played a great game in that one. I also think like everyone's crushing Charvarius Ward. DK Metcalf is one of the best players in the NFL. He's a freak.
Baller. He's a baller.
He's a freak.
That 50-yard touchdown where he just smoked Charvarius Ward. And then the next possession, he trucked Mooney Ward on the sideline. So moving forward, CeeDee Lamb, Mike Evans, A.J. Brown possibly, Devontae Smith. I'm not worried about the New York Giants receiver core. I think the Niners will bottle them up if they face the New York Giants at some point. But Philadelphia does concern me with their downfield passing. Dallas does concern me with their downfield passing. Mooney Ward's got to step up, man. It was not a pretty day. Not a pretty day out there at Levi Stadium for Mooney Ward.
I don't think it was, but I also think that DK broke the record for receiving yards for a rookie in a game just a couple years ago. Like, DK's a superstar. There's a couple of high-level players for Seattle that I came away just impressed with. Kenneth Walker is going to be a problem for a long time in this league. The vision, the power, the speed. There weren't a lot of rushing lanes, and this guy found yards in that first half. I was very impressed with him. And then DK and Lockett, the way that they sit down in the zone, their toughness. Those guys are really good players.
DK Metcalf, 10 catches, 136 yards, and 2 touchdowns for the Seattle Seahawks.
One thing I do want to address real quick. B, how many people asked you about Brock Purdy next year? Brock Purdy next year. What happens next year? What happens if they win the Super Bowl?
Dude.
What next year?
So, Anna, my better half.
Uh-huh.
Following Brock Purdy on Instagram, sharing Brock Purdy pictures, looking for Brock Purdy jerseys. A lot of people I talk to, they're not diehards like us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, yo, Brock Purdy's the one.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they feel about Brock Purdy. I'm telling you, Shasky, and some people thought I was just speaking out the side of my neck or something. Brock Purdy's the most universally loved quarterback by this fan base since Joe Montana.
Well, it's the story, yeah, no doubt, and the play.
It's the story and the play. But think about that. Steve Young was never.
Well, no,
we
he's
love
replacing
Steve
the
Young,
legend.
but Steve Young wasn't loved like this.
No.
I don't care what anybody says.
No, he's replacing the legend.
Jeff Garcia was never loved like this.
No.
Alex Smith was never loved like this. Kaepernick was never loved. We know damn well Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't loved like this. Brock Purdy can do no wrong. He can do no wrong.
Well, can we just, like you and I, we can have a different conversation than maybe other people. I don't fault anyone for thinking and their head going like, what happens next year and the year after? It's his for the next 10 years. If the NFL has taught us anything,
it's not for long.
I mean,
Things
nothing
change.
is. Like, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl.
Right.
Okay?
And that was the end of Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz was the MVP that year of the league.
And now look at Carson Wentz.
Look at where he's at. Okay, Kyler Murray just a year ago, and they were 8-0. Everyone's like, wow, look at Kyler Murray. Look at him now. Like, and I forgot the injury. I'm just talking about like his play style and do you want that guy as your franchise quarterback?
Well, look at Daniel Jones too. On the flip side, Daniel Jones.
Exactly.
A lot of people wanted to run him out of New York City. Oh man, 6th overall pick. This guy stinks out of Duke. Blah blah blah.
He looks great now.
He gets a head coach in Brian Daboll.
He looks great,
and he looks like he's in total command of the offense.
No doubt. Mac Jones last year showed a lot of promise, and we can make all these again. We can have all these different conversations. This guy's coordinator, this guy's personnel, that guy's franchise did this. The point that I'm trying to get at is I am just here enjoying the moment, seeing where this goes. I'm not worried about if he does this, then what happens in August. If this guy does that, then what happens to that guy come September. It'll all play itself out. Every time we write someone off in the NFL, they come back somehow, some way, unless your name's Josh Rosen, right? Like, you know what I mean? It just feels that way. Jimmy Garoppolo, how many times have we write him off? Now, let's have a realistic conversation. In the Super Bowl, I thought Jimmy Garoppolo was pretty good for 3 quarters. Pretty good. It's wild that I'm going to say this sentence, and people can feel however they feel. My eyeballs told me the second half of Brock Purdy was better than any half of football in the playoffs I saw from Jimmy Garoppolo. And I'm not trying to disrespect him because he was good in the Super Bowl. Brock was awesome in the second half.
Brock was awesome in the second half. He was really good. And if anything, Brock Purdy, and forget Trey Lance for a second, because I do think Trey Lance will get an opportunity to get his job back.
That's how the
Trey
league
Lance,
works, yeah.
I personally believe that Trey Lance has a ton of talent. I still believe in Trey Lance, and I would, man, to see him with Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle, got to remember, Trey Lance had one game he played with George Kittle. They won against the Texans.
And George matters.
George matters.
But
and then you don't even have
CMC.
You don't even have CMC, so it'll play
But
itself out.
will you agree with me? Like, the natural course of the NFL, these things play themselves out. Last year, if you would have said, Trevor Lawrence, and then you watch Trevor Lawrence, first half.
But see, I don't do these things. Today's sports fan is so impatient that we're ready to write people off right away. Now, Zach Wilson to me doesn't look like he has it. Doesn't look like he has it.
But
now we'll see.
But if he went to another situation, let's just say,
they're getting hired another offensive coordinator.
Like they told him, this is what happened with the Jets. They go, you're not going to play for us. You're going to sit down. You're undressed. 2 weeks later, he's starting a game.
Right.
You know, things happen. Exactly.
Terrible. So Trey Lance will get a chance to get his job back. But if anything, I said this Saturday, and I tweeted this. Brock Purdy, what he's doing is exposing what Jimmy G couldn't see on the football field. Now, we go to every single game. We see guys running wide open all day long. Jimmy just did not want to take chances. It's the Alex Smith syndrome, where Alex Smith just did not want to stretch the field. He did not want to throw it deep down the field. He wanted to take the safe check down, the safe little pass. I'll throw it away if there's nothing there. Sometimes scare money doesn't make money. Brock Purdy goes out there. Yeah. Now, there's a couple no throws. You can't unsee. That's back-to-back poor first halves from Brock Purdy. Let's just keep it real.
No.
Those are back-to-back poor first halves from Brock Purdy.
He didn't see the field.
He didn't see it at all.
I agree with you.
But he does have an ability to stretch the field and take shots down the football field. He threw yards per attempt. It was over 10 yards. Over 10 yards per attempt. And then when you think about the yak on top of that, you're getting chunk plays. 30 yards here, 33 yards to Juwan Jennings. You get the 74-yarder to Deebo Samuel. You get a 23-yarder to George Kittle. How many times did he hit Ayuk deep down the field on an open crosser? So that's the difference to me between Jimmy and Brock, is he's taking chances down the field.
If I had to boil it down to two things, I would say his ability to extend plays gives him a huge leg up on Jimmy Garoppolo, because how many times would Jimmy have been sacked in that game that we just saw? And then the other thing is, and I mean this with all my heart, and I'm telling you, his football IQ is infinitely greater than Jimmy Garoppolo's. It just is, Bonte.
I don't know if that's fair.
He sees the field better.
I don't know if
he
that's
understands
fair.
the plays better.
I don't know if that's
throws to the
fair.
open spots.
I'm not gonna question Jimmy's IQ.
No, I'm talking about football IQ.
Football IQ. I'm not gonna question that. He can extend plays. That's the difference.
He processes pre and post snap in terms of what the defense is giving him and what Shanahan wants faster and better than Jimmy.
I don't know.
It's
unequivocal.
unequivocal.
I don't know. Jimmy plays some really damn good football. But you know what? Jimmy's not playing. Trey Lance is not playing. The 49ers are playing. And they're led by Brock Purdy right now. We're going to break, Lubman. I see the clock. We're going to break. We'll get to Joel in San Jose. We'll fix the damn lines. 888-957-9570. Terrible day for the phone lines to go down. It's a Victory Monday. I want to hear from 49er fans as this segment is presented by nobody. Let's break, Spadoni.
It's a Monster Monday on 95.7 The Game. Brought to you by John Vai's Bay Area Houses. Thinking of selling your home but don't want to deal with repairs, cleaning, realtors, photos, and showings? With John Vai's Bay Area Houses.com. You don't have to do any repairs or pay any commissions. Visit John Vai's Bay Area Houses.com.
My simple solution to the problem was remove people from the scene and help them feel safer.
In response to attacks against Asian Americans, Maddie Park raised over $250,000 to donate cab rides to the Asian community.
There is so much more work to be done. We really need to come together and tackle this issue as a community.
Support the Asian community. Learn how at lovehasnolabels.com. Brought to you by Love Has No Labels and the Ad Council.
Are you ready to boost your game at work, explode with energy at the gym, and really hit one out of the park in the bedroom? Balanced Medical Solutions has your back with the best solutions for ED, PE, weight gain, and chronic fatigue. Join thousands of Bay Area men who have said goodbye to low testosterone, low energy, and low libido who now feel like world champs. Mention this station until the end of the month to get a medical evaluation with labs, including hormone tests, for only $69. Call today and get a win. 510-679-3300 or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
Boxer and Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you that money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help your business too. Just go to getrefunds.com and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com. That's getrefunds.com.
Make connections that count at Evergreen Valley College and get free tuition when you enroll for 6 units or more. That's right, free tuition and no student fees this spring. EVC is an award-winning transfer college and has the 4th most diverse faculty in the country. And with EVC alum earning more money than nearly every other community college in the country, you can take classes and transfer or fast-track your career. Enroll for classes today and get free tuition for the spring. Visit evc.edu for more information and enroll for classes at evc.edu. That's evc.edu.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. Fast just got a whole lot faster. Xfinity has the fastest internet with up to 6 gig speed. Plus, Xfinity Mobile is the fastest mobile service with 5G and millions of Wi-Fi hotspots. You heard that right. Xfinity just increased internet speeds again. And Xfinity Mobile gives you can't catch me speeds. The fastest internet, the fastest mobile service, and major savings? Can't argue with the facts. Now through March 21st, new customers can get started with 1.2 gig internet with unlimited data included. It's all just $50 a month for 2 full years with no annual contract when you add Xfinity Mobile with unlimited data at regular rates. Go to xfinity.com/faster. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Xfinity Mobile requires Xfinity Internet. After 24 months, regular internet rates apply. Actual speeds vary.
We are on a journey to make healthcare more accessible and more equitable, to treat the most complex diseases and offer hope where often there is little, to provide better care to more people across the Bay Area. We are more than a hospital, more than a university, beyond science and technology. We are the people of UCSF. UCSF Health. Redefining possible.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you the money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help you too. Just go to getrefunds.com/sports. Click on Qualify Me and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com/sports. That's getrefunds.com/sports.
Nachos!
Hey, I'll take some.
And some Frank's Red Hot.
Nah.
You're just gonna eat these boring nachos with no flavor. Frank it up! Frank it up! This guy finally gets it.
It's the perfect blend of flavor and heat. Frank's Red Hot. I put that on everything.
Now, back to the morning roast with Bonte and Shasky.
All right, working on the phone lines here, trying to get them going. 888-957-9570. Baby, the Niners advance to the divisional round, where they'll host either the Dallas Cowboys or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That game will kick off today, I believe, at 5:15 down in Tampa Bay.
Who do you
on
want?
grass. I want the Cowboys.
Did you?
Although, like, if you ask me the easiest path to the NFC Championship, I think that's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think the Niners will smoke Tom Brady again. They would smoke them.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
They would smoke. Don't be a worrier, Shasky.
No,
they would smoke
it's just
them.
Tampa Bay. It's Brady. I mean, that's the only
It's
reason why
Brady.
I'm holding out any kind of respect is Brady alone. If it was any other quarterback, I would agree with you.
Right. Tampa Bay, no run game, one-dimensional.
Yes.
They beat barbecue chicken.
Yes. I want the Cowboys, though. I do. Yeah. And did you notice the tickets? So Saturday after the Niner game, I started glancing over at the various ticket things. I know Willard does Game
Ticket
Time.
apps, Game Time,
he's
StubHub.
repping it right now. Ticketmaster, you name it. Vivid, SeatGeek. And Niner tickets, let's just say in the 400s, were like $200. After the Vikings lost, they jumped up to $300 at minimum.
And if it's the Cowboys, they're
I'm
going to
sure
jump
it's
up
even
another
more expensive.
Hey, if it's the Cowboys, they're going to jump up another 200.
I mean, Jesus seats for $400 after taxes and everything.
Yeah.
Woo!
No, they're going to be $500 if it's the Cowboys.
Oh, easily.
And Dallas fans will be in the building.
Oh, easily.
That would be a Super Bowl environment if the Cowboys came to Levi Stadium on Sunday.
3:30, the game will be this Sunday, no matter what. It's either going to be Brady or the Dallas Cowboys.
3:30 kickoff, which means it's a dust setting. It's going to be the sun will be out, and the sunset's going to hit at about 4:30, 4:45, and then it turned into a night game for the second half. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I'm so ready. Also, it's supposed to be dry. I was looking at weather reports. I didn't know that this was a thing, but the TV was on the local weather station after the game, and microclimate expert, not a weatherman, a microclimate expert. I want to be a microclimate expert. But the microclimate expert said that it was dried out. After Thursday, essentially, right? We get like 4 or 5 days of dried out Bay Area. So we shouldn't be wet. I mean, knock on wood.
Jessica Birch, the KPIX meteorologist.
Oh, so she's not a microclimate expert?
No, she's a news personality. By the way, she has 118 followers on Instagram.
118?
Did you know? Did you know she was?
You mean 118,000?
118,000. 118,000. Not only that, did you know she was a U.S. Army Black Hawk pilot?
No.
I took a look at her Instagram. Yeah, so I read it to Gianna Friday. And she was like, oh, yeah, you guys had Jessica on. She's really good. Do you know she was a U.S. Army Black Hawk pilot? Dual-rated commercial pilot? Like, she's got these bomber jets she's jumping out of. I mean, I'm looking at her IG. I'm like, damn. We had a savage on the air.
Didn't know.
I
mean, never underestimate someone.
Never underestimate Jessica Birch, man. We just thought she was telling us about the weather. Nah, she could fly a fighter pilot or a fighter jet, excuse me,
so,
blah, blah, blah.
In honor of the Cowboys, I get this message last night from Guru. And I sent it to the group chat, and I was going to keep it, discreet. And then Bonte said, no. He sent me the exact same message. So, Goo, I don't know why he does this. Did he just make one little voice memo and then send it out to everyone?
Yeah, I think he wanted to make an appearance on a morning roast. That's why.
Should we play it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, this is the voice memo that I got from Guru.
I don't know. You should ask Guru if you can play it. I don't know if it's supposed to be private. I don't know if it's supposed to be.
Let's make an executive decision, guys. You've listened to the sound. Are we playing it or not?
It's nothing malicious. I think it's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Spadoni ruled.
Guru's not my choice.
Dude, this could be the ultimate jinx, but I'm the lab dude, and I am so terrified of tomorrow, dude. I just hate I even work. But yeah. Okay. I'm going to the game, and we got to maximize the week, dude, if we end up playing again. I don't think we did a good job last year. Anyway, I'm with you tailgating. It's going down, and somehow we can get past tomorrow, and I don't think we will, but Dak needs it late.
So that wasn't malicious. So on my fist, Bobo.
In the middle of it was just, just chef's kiss.
Well, the voice memo he sent me, he basically said, I'm petrified of tonight, not terrified. I'm petrified. And he goes, and He goes, the whole world is turned on Dak Prescott, even more than me. The whole world is turned on Dak Prescott, more so than me.
Refresh my memory. Is he a Dak guy?
No. He does have a Dak jersey, but
I thought he liked Dak. I didn't know that.
He's a big Cooper Rush guy.
You know what? I like Cooper Rush.
See if I can put this to the microphone. Let me try this.
B, you know, I always talk that lab shit, and I'm not jinxing it.
The stream heard it.
We're on fire. I want the Cowboys.
I just didn't even know that was.
I want the Cowboys.
I didn't know that was in there. I didn't know that was in there.
You want to talk about getting everybody in trouble?
Oh man! Whoops, my bad. So he drops the S-bomb with me, and he tries to keep it PG with Joe Shafsky. Wow.
Can I ask you a question?
Can I
ask you a question?
Go ahead, man. Right. I was going to play some sound.
For the crowd out there that tells me running backs don't matter, okay? Right. For the crowd that tells me running backs don't matter.
You want to go there?
No, I do.
Why?
Because even Christian McCaffrey didn't even have a quote-unquote great signature Christian McCaffrey game. The amount of people that have to honor him on every single play where he's at. There was a couple of quick little hitters that they had to the left on passes and little toss plays to Debo where they just roll out McCaffrey to the right. And I'm watching safeties, linebackers. Everyone's like, whoop, 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 moving over to the right. You cannot tell me that running backs don't matter. The elite ones. For everybody hand-wringing over Jeff Wilson Jr. What did he do in that game for the Dolphins?
Forget that.
I mean, Saquon Barkley with a week off, did he not look like the best player on the field yesterday?
Saquon Barkley had fresh legs. J.K. Dobbins had fresh legs.
The
Joe
elite
Mixon
running backs matter.
James Cook is now starting to ball in Buffalo. Singletary's balling in Buffalo. Listen, man. Travis Etienne, Jacksonville. Austin Eckler, Chargers. Week 1 when Elijah Mitchell got hurt, and Elijah Mitchell has been looking good. He has.
I think he's a perfect backup.
But he's a perfect backup because I don't know if he can withstand 17 games of punishment from the running back position. So after week 1, it was just like, it would be nice to have a home run hitter out of the backfield. Shanahan is a great run designer.
Yes.
When his play calls, when it comes to run designs, he's elite. Why not get an elite running back? And so for every... you just hear all these pundits, you don't need a running back. Niners don't need a running back. Running backs are overrated. You can just plug and play. Look at how many different 1,000-yard backs you've had under the Shanahans going back to Denver with Mike and then Kyle. And I'm just thinking to myself, get me a home run hitter, please. How much more deadly would this offense be with a Derrick Henry, with a Kareem Hunt, with a bell cow running back? Now you got a bell cow. And is anybody, in ESPN Plus, I didn't realize this until Saturday, they gave the Niners a C- for that McCaffrey trade. They graded it a C-, saying they traded too much. A second, third, fourth-round pick in the upcoming draft, a 2025 fifth-round pick, or excuse me, 2024 fifth-round pick. So you gave up 4 picks for Christian McCaffrey and took on the money. And everybody's like, that's too much for a running back? Well, look at the difference he makes. Look at the difference he makes. How many times do you see the Niners in 2nd and 3?
Agreed.
2nd and 4, 2nd and 1, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. I mean, you're getting chunk yardage, and you look at him Saturday afternoon, he averaged 8 yards a carry.
I know.
15 carries, 119 yards. You get another 2 catches for 17, and the outlet on the touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, as much as we talk about Brock Purdy, he's the perfect chess piece for Kyle Shanahan. Wow, man, what a difference he makes.
Well, and everybody's saying, you gave up a second-round pick. You gave up today, right now, because they're in the second round, okay, B? It's at minimum, the 56th pick in the draft.
Yep.
Drake Jackson was a 50s second-round pick, right? A 50-something overall. I don't even know if he suited up on Sunday. I didn't see him.
No.
Did you see him? And I like Drake Jackson. I actually think it was a good pick. You know what I'm saying? But, just to give people an example. So you're looking at, the 50 at minimum, 56, 90-something, right? And then 120 for Christian McCaffrey. You pray to God that one of those picks is half as good as Christian McCaffrey.
Man, that's truth.
Right?
That's the truth.
I mean, TDP was a 4th-round pick. Is he even seeing the field or a 3rd-round pick? Is he even seeing the field?
He's not seeing the field at all. He may not even be on the roster next year. Who knows? And who cares? Because you got Christian McCaffrey.
But that's my point.
Right.
The Christian McCaffrey thing changed everything.
I was going back.
When have you ever seen Debo run that free?
That's what I was saying.
He's wide open.
But that's the point. I was trying to make all year long. If you get a home run hitting running back, how much easier would it be for Deebo Samuel and Brendan Ayuk?
Thank you.
We were having a conversation after the Denver game. I remember you were like, I'm trying to maximize Deebo Samuel. Do you put him full-time at running back? And I'm like, no, go get a running back. I need Deebo to be a wide receiver / hybrid running back where he's running the jet sweeps. He's lining up in the backfield, running the angle routes. That's why I need Deebo. I can't have him running the ball 20 times up the middle.
No.
I don't care. He's not a running back. He's not a running back, so go get a running back. I cannot believe the 49ers went out there to make that move. McCaffrey became available.
I know.
But the Carolina Panthers, I say, oh, man, the Niners, it'd be nice. That's what I thought. It'd be nice. They're not going to swing a deal for Christian McCaffrey, are they? And to go out there and swing a deal for Christian McCaffrey, and now look at this offense.
I mean, this is incredible. Even on the play where the little leak out play at the goal line, like they needed a touchdown there. They needed 6 so bad, and Brock did a really good job kind of stepping up and rolling to the right, and then boom, just a little touch pass to CMC, and he's wide open. Here's the big thing when it comes to CMC, though, like in the Deebo connection. At the beginning of the year, I want everyone to go back and remember what it looked like. Every time Deebo touched the ball for the first 4 or 5 games, weren't there 3 and 4 defenders everywhere near him?
All day.
Think about what Deebo did in this game just the other day. He's wide open, or it's one-on-one. One-on-one is wide open.
Deebo Samuel, one-on-one or wide open. Think about that.
Did you even know he could run that fast?
Yes.
I didn't.
Well, last year, you forget last year how many plays he had.
I know.
How many, he's had some dynamic
he hit
plays.
The Jets.
Oh, dude, he was gone. He was gone.
And Ayuk made an incredible block on that.
He was gone. By the way, you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM at AC1, San Francisco, always live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. Do not forget that you can also watch us every day on our YouTube and Twitch streams. Just log on and search 95.7 The Game and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel while you are there. Don't forget, all guests will appear on the Bud Light guest line. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. You bring up Deebo, but I want to go back to McCaffrey for a second, Shasky.
Yes.
Think about when he started games, when he became a starter.
Mm-hmm.
And look at what the Niners have done offensively since he's become a starter. All right, his first start comes in a Rams game. They win 31-14. All right, you play the Chargers after the bye week. You look a little suspect. You score 22. But since then, it's been 38. You had the dud against the Saints for 13, but you go 33, 35, 21, 37, 37, 38, 41. The Niners are averaging over 37 points a game over their last 4. With McCaffrey, all but 2 games they scored 30-plus.
That's crazy.
That's insane, isn't it?
I thought they were going to score 50 on Saturday. I mean, not at halftime. I'm talking about in the second half. I said, Jesus. But it just feels like everyone's wide open. There was a point in the game in the second quarter where I'm like, God, Kittle hasn't touched it. Can we get Kittle the ball? And then, boom, they hit Kittle, and he's one-on-one. And it's like, again, Ayuk, Deebo, Kittle. If it's one-on-one, you might as well. You're getting an extra 6 yards minimum.
And Brock is hitting these guys.
All day.
Brock is hitting these guys in stride.
But it goes back to the gravity of CMC because you have to account for him.
How many people are feeling... Do you think it changes some of the draft thought process when it comes to running backs now? Or do you think that running backs will still be ostracized in terms of, okay, Najee Harris is going to be a second-round pick. Derrick Henry is going to be a second-round pick. Or all these running backs are going to fall out of the first round, because I think a running back is very, very important on my football team. When you can have a guy who can touch the ball 25 times in the run or pass game, it makes a difference. Whether you want to go 8 in the box against Christian McCaffrey, great. I got Brendan Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle in the pass game going one-on-one. You don't want to go 8 in the box against the 49ers? We're going to run it right at you. And against the light box, and McCaffrey's going to average about 7 yards a carry.
Well, when I look at Mixon for Cincinnati, when I look at, obviously, Saquon Barkley, Etienne, the key that all those guys have, outside Derrick Henry, throw him to the side because he's such an outlier.
Right.
They all are dual threat running backs. And when you get them out on the edges, they're either running through a cornerback or around a cornerback. Like, is there any coincidence that the second they put Etienne in the backfield with Trevor Lawrence, they kind of took off?
They took off. No doubt.
You
they
know
traded
what I mean?
James Robinson, and boom.
Ask Danny Dimes, does Saquon matter to your team? Danny Dimes looks incredible.
He does.
No, he looks incredible.
But
and Dayball's a big part of that.
Right.
But they've unlocked Saquon.
Saquon looks so fresh yesterday. That first touchdown running down the sideline. You see the burst. You see the speed. They got a puncher shot against the Eagles. Miles Sanders runs hard for the Philadelphia Eagles. But running backs do matter again. And I think it bothers me like centers in the NBA. They say, oh, man, centers don't matter. You don't need a big, blah, blah, blah. Look at Jokic. I mean, look at Embiid. Look at some of these bigs that are. DeAndre Ayton's getting you a double-double.
Well, I think it's fair to say, like everyone's like, next year, talking about the quarterback. Next year, Christian McCaffrey could be an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
If he keeps up what we're seeing right now in terms of obviously his own production and then what he does for everyone else on the field, like that's like 90s MVP running back style stuff we're looking for.
Going back to Brock Purdy for a second, when I'm watching him, because you see what he did here. 332 yards passing. It's the most for a 49ers quarterback in the postseason since Joe Montana's 357 yards against the Bengals in Super Bowl 23. Like, think about that. It's the most passing yards for a 49ers quarterback in the postseason since Joe Montana in Super Bowl 23. That's January 1989.
And they missed some plays, which is crazy.
A lot of
they
plays.
weren't even like 100%. You know what I mean?
The Niners rolled up 505 total yards, and they left another 100 on the field.
I know.
Because of Brock Purdy. So when I'm watching Brock Purdy, I no longer view him as a rookie, Shasky. Like, I know I said what I said about Brock Purdy early in the season, but it's hard not to like him. It's hard not to appreciate his style of play.
Playing at a high level.
The extension of plays, the checkdowns, Elijah Mitchell wide open in the flat, trusting where Elijah Mitchell's going to be, throwing the ball deep down the field to Juwan Jennings, to Brandon Ayuk. This guy is like, this run that Jimmy Garoppolo had in 2017. This is more impressive than Brock Purdy, the run he's on right now, because these games matter. Those games in 2017,
no.
It didn't matter. Let's just say that.
Well, here's the big thing for me. It's like I watched lots of different quarterbacks play quarterback for the Niners in the playoffs. I've never seen a team this, and it's only the one game in the playoffs, but just this run that they've been on has felt like playoff football for a month. They score points. And I'm not talking about field goals. Like I'm looking back, Monte, at that New York Giants 49er game in the rain in the NFC Championship game.
Taking Jr. being out.
Alex Smith completed 2 passes in the first half.
I know.
Okay, all these people that want to and that was in the rain, similar of a misty game, similar to this. He completed. Let me say that again: 2 passes in the first half. Now, one of them was a 73-yard touchdown where Vernon Davis blew by everybody in the first quarter. But like 2 passes.
That's embarrassing.
That's like a drive for Purdy. If it's a big one.
1 of 13 on third down.
Monte, the guy, boom, boom, boom. He threw the ball 19 times in the first half.
Right.
I turned to my buddy Ryan as we're watching the game. I'm like, dude, Shanahan's throwing it like crazy.
Crazy. Why? Because he trusts the kid.
Yeah, and I would too.
Trust the kid.
I would too.
He trusts Brock Purdy more so than he ever did Jimmy Garoppolo. That's insane. And that's insane to me.
The offense felt as explosive as it did that night, the final playoff game against in Candlestick against the Green Bay Packers with Kaepernick. That's how just the offense as a whole felt so explosive at that point in time. This going back 10 years ago. This feels even more balanced in terms of being able to spread the ball around to all these playmakers. And the quarterback is just boom, 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 boom. Like, he's just nailing it, man. And then his ability to, okay, here comes the pressure on the left side. Right. Let me just move or spin a little, boom, boom, come out, and then a little like lob pass to Eli.
I mean, again, this offense, the last 4 games, 37, 37, 38, 41. That's after scoring 21 in the hat and T-shirt game against Seattle and then dropping 35 on Tampa. So think about this run. We highlighted this run, starting with the Miami game, right? We're like the Miami game, and you got Tampa, and then you got the short week. They go 33, 35, 21, 37, 37, 38, 41.
I mean,
they may have one of the best offenses right now in football. The compliment, like, who's farther ahead right now? Is the offense better than the defense?
Wow, that's a great question. I think the offense is. I think because the offense getting 2-score leads makes the defense even better.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
No doubt.
And I was thinking about this, like watching the game. I go, dude, they're going to put up the most points in 49er playoff history. Now, they took their foot off the pedal a little. If they score that touchdown, like I know 45 that Kaepernick hung, they needed all 45 of those.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because Aaron Rodgers was going to score close to 40.
He was coming. And they had some blowouts in the Steve Young days.
Yes.
Throwing up 40-plus. I remember they threw up 40-plus on the Bears.
They could have scored 60 in that game.
They could have scored. They left a lot
Which is
on
crazy.
the field. They left a lot on the field. All right, what's coming up on the game? Sponsored by Pfizer. And don't forget, tune in to Warriors Live on 95.7 The Game, presented by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi, unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity. We're efforting the phone. Stay patient, folks. 888-957-9570. Got damn near 700 people watching us on YouTube. Like that button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. 19.6 thousand subscribers on YouTube. appreciate everybody out there
and I
on
would
YouTube.
tell everybody, if you're on YouTube right now and you haven't created a login and subscribed, it costs you nothing. It's free. Do that right now. We're doing something special this week with Jerry Rice, and if you're not subscribed to our YouTube page, you won't be able to cash in.
No doubt about that. You will not. You will not at all. All right, more coming up on the Morning Roast.
It's a Monster Monday on 95.7 The Game. Brought to you by Zenni, the official eyewear of the San Francisco 49ers. Shop from over 3,000 styles at 80% off retail prices. Exclusively at Zenni.com.
When temperatures drop, COVID-19 cases may rise. So, if you test positive and are at high risk, act fast. Even if your symptoms feel mild, ask your provider if an authorized oral treatment could be right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Golfers, tee it up this Thursday through Sunday at the Golf Mart for the Callaway Fitting event and be the first to score the new Paradigm woods and irons. The woods are engineered with forged carbon to maximize distance and forgiveness. The irons feature a forged face for increased launch speed and spin. A new paradigm in performance. Go to worldwidegolfshops.com and reserve your free custom fitting experience happening this Thursday through Sunday. The Golf Mart, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
So yes, it was after midnight and the glue on your kid's mission project refused to dry. But once everything was finished, you realized the smooth white and terracotta make this piece of history beautiful. CertaPro Painters has good news. Your home paint project doesn't have to come with the frustration and panic of your child's 4th grade project. Skip the stress and still end with the look you love. To get your painting project started, go to CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C.
Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
Visit Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill to see Signature Kitchen Suite's full line of luxury built-in appliances, including the first Pro range on the market with built-in sous vide, induction, and gas all on one cooktop. And now it's easier to build the kitchen of your dreams with the Dream Suite Savings Program with additional bonus rebates. You can see all of the Signature Kitchen Series appliances displayed beautifully in live working vignettes at Friedman's Appliance in Pleasant Hill or at friedmansappliance.com.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
With car prices at an all-time high, our donors are now getting highest receipts ever. Donate at carsforkids.org, and your car can be picked up tomorrow.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
So, the other day, I bought an extremely chatty...
Boring story time.
Make that an extremely catty cockatoo.
You're welcome.
Apparently, the pet store won't take it back. But, hey, I'll manage.
I love that for you.
Just like I manage without home internet.
No, you don't.
Sure, my mobile hotspot is slow and makes streaming shows unbearable.
Oh, but he likes to stream.
But I'm making do. Oh no, who's this?
My lady friend. It's mating season, duh.
No home internet? It's not that bad. No, not there.
It is that bad. Don't settle. Get Xfinity Home Internet for just $19.99 a month for 1 year with a free streaming box. Call, click, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Offer ends 2/21/23.
Bonus days are back for pros at Lowe's. You earn points and save when you buy the top pro brands you trust, like DeWalt. Right now, you can save $100 on the powerful DeWalt 8¼ carbide tipped portable table saw. Was $399, now just $299. Join today and shop bonus days, only at Lowe's. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 1/20. Subject to change while supplies last. Visit Lowe's.com/MVPs bonus points for details.
At Staples, you can count on every project being print perfect, guaranteed.
I need presentations and brochures printed, and they have to be perfect.
Your bounded presentations, brochures with the finest folds, and more will be done right every time. That's our Print Big promise. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more, plus 20% back via store bonus. Try Staples and see the difference. Ends 2/11. Rewards members only. Bonus must be redeemed in store. See staples.com/stores/printbig for details.
Dancing crew, trip for two, nailed the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Trevor Noah has added 2 more San Francisco shows to his Off the Record tour, December 8th and 9th at the Masonic. All shows are on sale now at Ticketmaster. For your chance to win a pair of tickets to see Trevor Noah, head to 957thegame.com.
Smith to the sideline, and he gets picked off by the Amador Lenore. The guy that's been picked on for much of this season steps in front of the pass and the second Niner takeaway.
Woo-hoo! What's going on, Bay Area? It's your boy, Chewy Gomez from 102 Jams. Listen to me every day, 3 to 7, playing your best hip-hop and throwbacks. Now back to my boys, Bonte and Shasky, right here on 95.7 The Game.
All right, you dogs. Shout out to YouTube, Twitch, Xfinity Mobile, text line, download the Odyssey app, 95.7 The Game, thousands of other stations, and millions of podcasts are free on the Odyssey app. Sports talk, music, news, podcasts are all available completely free. You can catch every Warriors game live on the app, along with all the music and news the Bay Area needs. Follow your favorite teams, stations, radio shows, podcasts now by downloading the free Odyssey app. You got a Warriors-Wizards game at high noon today on MLK Day.
Nice.
Happy MLK Day to everybody out there. Hopefully everybody's enjoyed the day off. We're not.
When you say high noon, you know what I think of?
What do you think?
I think of Back to the Future.
Oh, yeah. That's where I get it from.
8 o'clock in the morning. I like to do my killing before breakfast.
Before breakfast, yeah. High noon. That's where I get it from. I've been saying high noon ever since, man. I love high noon.
All right, we're super fired up about that 49er victory.
Warriors, Wizards, high noon if anybody cares. High noon. 11 o'clock pregame show. Watch your boy.
What a banner weekend for football. I couldn't even think about basketball. I had basketball on the big screen on silent, and then I had the iPad with it. Normally it's the other way around. I had the iPad with all the sound, for the NFL games, and I was just, man, jaw dropped watching the NFL.
The NFL was great. And then you watch the Warriors and Bulls yesterday, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about
23 turnovers.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We'll get to them when we need to. Can I get into one thing? Niner game on Saturday. I was thinking, all right, this is Niners Seahawks. I want to see, and I'm not losing my mind over this. I just thought it was funny. I wanted to see Bowman or maybe Richard Sherman or somebody, maybe Jerry Rice, ring the foghorn or pull the foghorn, who is like an old alumni. Like, this is a playoff game. This isn't like September or October.
No.
It's a playoff game.
Yeah. You don't bring in Keith Lewis for a playoff game.
Exactly.
Shout out to Keith Lewis.
Come on.
I got respect for you, but you don't bring out Keith Lewis for the playoff game.
Yeah, I want the heavy hitters. You know what I'm saying? This is a playoff game. And they had Dr. Disrespect. Is that his name? Am I saying it correct?
Dr. Disrespect.
Dr. Disrespect, who is some like video gamer. Now, I know who he is because of him showing up to 49er stuff before. And apparently he's a diehard 49er fan. And I'm not saying that he's not. I'm telling you, the crowd reaction was like, who is this guy in a wig?
I didn't like that. You know what I did like before the game? Seeing John Taylor and Tom Rathman on the field.
Oh.
Breaking down a game.
Rathman, does he fire you up?
Dude, Rathman, John Taylor, my guy, John Taylor. We got to get John Taylor on the damn morning
we do
roast.
have to get him on the show.
What the hell? We got to get John Taylor. And then see it, Ricky Waters.
Oh, he did the halftime.
He did the halftime horn.
Yeah.
And Ricky was jacked up with his son.
Yeah.
So you had Ricky Waters, and then, of course, you had Jerry Rice sitting in the crowd with his 49er chain on. You see that?
Yes.
That's what we need. Dr. Disrespect, I was like, who?
You didn't know who he was?
I had no idea who
like the wig and the mustache and everything. It's
I just...
okay.
Yeah.
I know he's popular. I know he's got like 1 million followers on all these different platforms. I'm just telling you what the crowd did. This is what the crowd did. Everybody, who is that?
Who is that?
That's all.
I had no idea. I had no idea who he was. I had no idea. No clue whatsoever. And I was just like, all right.
So you were with me.
Well, according to JMC _1982, good morning to him. Dr. Disrespect has more fans than both of you put together times 10. Well, good for him.
Well, I'm glad that he's popular in the 11-year-old crowd. Right. I'm telling you right now, in the 49er season ticket holder crowd and the people that attended that game, people just didn't know he was. That's all. They just didn't know he was.
I had no
so
idea
I'm hoping if it's Niners Cowboys or if it's Niners Bucks, can we get an alumni? Can we get one of the great players? I watched Jerry Rice pregame. Bonte, I don't know if you saw him, but I love watching Jerry. He's there.
He runs on the field.
He's in the end zone. He's got the big bedazzled 49er helmet, and he's dapping up all the players. I just love seeing Jerry, because this is something we didn't get at Candlestick. Right. I love seeing Jerry on the field. He is like a true ambassador of the Niners. He wants to win as much as the players.
No doubt. And he's going to join us Friday.
Oh, God,
Jerry
I love
Rice will join
Jerry.
us Friday. And you imagine if it's Niners Cowboys and we get Jerry on a Friday?
Oh, I mean, sign me up.
He's going to want to play.
I mean, but
he will want to play.
It doesn't get lost on me that one of the greatest football players of all time bleeds red and gold.
I know.
And is sitting there. I saw him with fans in the second row.
In the fourth quarter. He's fired up. He's jacked up, sitting in the third row. Jacked up.
Am I the only one that kind of geeks out over something like that?
You know who else was there?
Huh.
Peyton Manning.
Oh, I did see Peyton. Him and Debo were embracing in the end zone.
Yeah, walking up the tunnel together.
I did see that.
Peyton Manning was in the building.
I did see that.
So I wonder what Peyton Manning thought of Brock Purdy. Are they going to have the Manning cast tonight for Cowboys Bucks?
That I don't know.
May have to check that out.
I don't know.
May have to check that out.
Peyton, by the way, humongous human being. Like, he stands
humongous
out.
Head.
Yeah, he stands out.
You can see his forehead from 327.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt. You can see that big old forehead up there. You had all the stars in the building. Pilo was in the building. E40 was in the building. Eric Davis was in the suite right behind me, sipping some champagne.
Got him.
Eric Davis sipping champagne. He's sipping rosé. Oh. Sipping some rosé.
Following no one on Twitter?
No. Yeah. I kind of respect that gangster. Don't you? I respect that. To be able to follow nobody like Gary Ratnich. I'm going to follow nobody.
Well, that's Francesa, Radnich, and Skip Bayless. All follow no one.
Yeah.
There's a common thread.
I mean, Stephen Ace follows like 11 people.
Yeah, but at that point, why are you on social media then?
Why do you have a problem with it?
I just find it to be, I don't know.
I kind of like that. I kind of respect that gangster.
It's kind of insufferable.
To be like, I'm Gary. I'm following nobody. By the way, the Cowboys. You want to laugh?
I don't care about anyone else's opinions.
We're laughing. But they probably still see things.
Of course they do.
But, not following anybody. It's pretty cool. By the way, this stat is mind-boggling to me. We hear a lot. What's going on back there? All right. The Cowboys, they're playing at Raymond James Stadium today in Tampa Bay. And it's a grass surface. Now, I told you what Guru told me before the Cowboys played the Titans. He said, we're not a good grass team. We don't play well on grass. And I kind of laughed. It's like, come on, Goo. How do you not play on grass? How do you not play well on grass? Well, the Cowboys this year, on grass, Shasky, they're 1-4. They're 1-4 on grass, 11-1 on turf. Well, sucks for them that this game is on grass, and if they win, next week will be on grass. They average 2.5 sacks per game on grass. On turf, they average 3.5 sacks.
Ooh.
They blitz a lot more on grass 35% of the time because they can't get home. They only blitz 25% of the time on turf. Now, check this out. This is the biggest number right here. On turf, they've given up 12 touchdowns. However, they picked off 13 passes. On grass, they've given up 11 touchdowns and only come up with 3 interceptions. So they've given up 11 touchdowns in 5 games on grass. They've given up 12 in 12 games on turf.
Somewhere there's a, state trooper of Texas going, that's right. We don't like grass in this state, in this Lone Star state of ours.
So how about this? Micah Parsons, right?
Yeah.
He's been talking a lot.
Yeah.
It's not about numbers. It's about watching the game. Well, anyway, Micah Parsons on turf has 12 sacks this season.
Okay.
On grass in 5 games, just a sack and a half.
Interesting.
So they don't like the grass. Where there's cookies,
You know who does like the grass?
Who does?
49er fans and their tailgating experience.
No, they do.
Let me just tell you, I walked around that parking lot, and people were ready. I was so proud to be a Niner fan on Saturday. Like, people got there super early. The barbecues were off the hook. Shout out the Britton family. They had some just amazing sausages all diced up. I met Alex, who called us in the other day and invited us to a tailgate. I went and saw him, took some photos with some of him and his buddies. They had cookies and everything. Remember the guy who brought us cookies? Oh, you weren't there at the Hilton for training camp, but the guy brought us some really good cookies, not the weed cookies. Like, these are, I don't know, high-end cookies. Anyway, it was just a great atmosphere, and I want to throw some stats at you, Bonte.
Well,
what do you make of
those,
this?
You like those grass stats?
I mean, I hate the Cowboys. So
Well, who comes up with grass stats? Who? By the way, City Chopped. I met your boy City Chopped.
Oh.
He's a neighbor of yours.
Oh, yeah.
City Chopped.
Yeah.
Chopped cheese.
Big guy.
Yeah, chopped cheese. Said he got some chopped cheese sandwiches ready to roll.
Yeah, we're gonna
I said, bring them through.
Yeah, I
bring them through. Chopped cheese, man. He's in section 227.
We're a food show.
Yeah.
Let me throw you some stats. The 49ers have scored 40-plus, and Brock Purdy threw for 332 and 4 touchdowns. In the 6 playoff games with Jimmy Garoppolo, the Niners averaged 22.8, and Garoppolo had a total of 962 yards passing, basically 160 yards per game, with only 4 touchdowns. What do you make of that?
I make of it that Jimmy Garoppolo struggled in the postseason. Struggled. Now, with that said, I do want to be fair. 2019, Jimmy Garoppolo was throwing to George Kittle, Emmanuel Sanders, and a rookie in Deebo Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
Their third wide receiver is Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
Who's their running back? Tevin Coleman, Raheem Mostert. Yes. Not really passing threats,
and Breida.
Right? The weaponry is so much different.
Agreed.
The weaponry is so much more explosive right now than it was in 2019.
Is the offensive line better? I think it is this year. And I think part of that is because of the quarterback play. Like, I think they kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah.
But I think the O-line's better this year than it was that year.
I agree.
What do you
2019,
think?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like Burford and Banks, they've been playing. And Brendel.
Weston Richburg got hurt. And the middle of that interior offensive line got cooked against Kansas City, Chris Jones.
Yeah.
So I would say, to be fair to Jimmy, Brock has a lot more to work with.
I agree. But
with that said, I mean, Brock looks a lot better than Jimmy did ever in the postseason.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not. Now, the first half, it was scary hours. Reminded of us a lot of Minnesota.
But you're going to struggle in the playoffs.
That's what I was trying to say about Jimmy G, but nobody wanted to hear that.
Well, because I think when you watch, like, it's not just like struggling at times. Can you put together multiple drives back to back, or in the same quarter, in the same half? It felt like Jimmy moving the ball was a struggle, and now you could say personnel, O-line, team around him. Plays are out there. That's the one thing that, like, I know that there's been times where I've crushed Shanahan in terms of the specific usage of guys or how he's ran the ball in certain situations or throwing too much or whatever. But plays are out there. And I always said, Jimmy doesn't see the field in these playoff games.
No doubt.
And I felt like Purdy didn't see the field early in the game.
No, he didn't see it in the first half.
But then it clicked.
He started cooking.
And he started hitting everybody. He started making plays. And the other thing that we always look for, because this is the big knock on Jimmy outside of not seeing the field at times, can you make off-scripted plays? Well, Purdy can do that. And it's not even about like scrambling around and doing the highlight play like he did to Ayuk where Ayuk dropped the ball. It's the little one like dumping it off to Mitchell, dumping it off to CMC where that's a sack on Jimmy.
That is a sack or a throwaway. And that's a touchdown now. But the other thing too, Jimmy does have a hard time throwing it away. It's the red zone efficiency here. Look, I know there are 3 and 6 in the red zone. You settle for 3 field goals, but it does look like more so with Jimmy Garoppolo, Brock Purdy looks for the end zone. He's throwing to the end zone.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Jimmy, when he gets around the red zone, he's throwing it short of the goal line. Think about the Kansas City plays. Remember the Kansas City Chiefs game where he made that boneheaded interception right before halftime and he was struggling in the red zone? Brock Purdy, he has a nose for the end zone. There's certain players who have a nose for the end zone. Like, that's why I thought Trey Lance would be so dynamic in his offense. It's like, Trey Lance, he knows where that pylon is.
Yeah.
He's getting into the end zone. Brock Purdy knows I'm either going to throw it into the end zone, we're not going to throw it short of the sticks, or I'm going to hit that check down that's wide open in the flat that could run into the end zone.
It's interesting that you bring up the Jimmy Garoppolo play in the red zone because more times than not, it felt like there would be he'd get pressured so fast and so quick. And then I would always ask, is that on the O-line?
Right.
Is that on Jimmy and the pre-snap recognition? Is that, like, what is that? Can he not make the first guy miss?
Right.
I do feel like, pick your poison. Sometimes Purdy checks into a different play. And you saw one, he tried to check into a play, and Shanahan called the timeout. Was like, yo,
chill out,
whatever
homie.
play you were going to call, we're going to redo this one. The other times, it feels like Purdy does a great job making that first guy miss. That first guy, instead of just going straight down. Right. Whereas in that play that you referenced with Kansas City, Jimmy's just throwing it up because that first guy's coming unimpeded, and he can't evade that guy.
You know what it is Jimmy panicked. Purdy doesn't. That's the biggest thing. Jimmy panics. Oh, my God, it's sped up. I got to do something. Play's over. Brock's like, no. Let's play on.
Yeah.
Now the play is starting. I'm not going to panic. We're going to keep this play alive because how defenders say it all the time. It's tough to cover for 5 seconds. It's tough to cover for 4 seconds. And then you got Debo and Ayuk and Kittle all down the field, and you can't keep up with running backs. They got a mismatch at the running back position when it comes to linebackers, but I just think it's panic. Jimmy seemed to panic in the pocket, especially in the red zone, and Purdy doesn't. Purdy's like, I'm going to keep the play alive, or I'm going to throw it away, and I'll hold it. Now, he scares me sometimes with the way he holds it. I'm like, yo.
He kept rolling to the left.
I was just like, dude,
he
throw the ball away.
To the left, B. And not only is he not throwing the ball away, he's taking unnecessary shots. And as a guy who's that small, I just worry about him taking a hit. And then next thing you know, we got Josh Johnson out there.
Yeah, let's not say that. The Road to Glendale is brought to you by Mara West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, and together. Another thing with Brock, you bring up, whether or not he gets hurt. Brock Purdy doesn't take a lot of massive shots.
No, he did twice in the first half, but in the second half, not at all.
No, he kind of protects himself in that pocket. All right, let's try to get a phone line.
There was one near the sidelines they should have thrown a penalty on where he was like 3 steps out of bounds.
And then it was like a domino effect with all these Seahawks and personnel trainers and everything like that. All right, we're going to get the phone lines. Another shot here. 888-957-9570. Basic Kev, Oakland. What you got?
What up, Vontae from the West, no Delonte, and Sassy, make it nasty. What's up, baby? What's poppin'? Yeah,
What's up? You still sound like a robot, but go ahead, get the call in. It's on us, Basic Kev. Go ahead, power through.
It's all good. Well, look, check this out. I was at the game. I was looking for y'all, couldn't find y'all, but look, I'm going to just say this. For one, it's not all about Brock Purdy. I'm going to say that, but look, I mean, watching him in person, dude, it's something about him. He got that something, y'all, and you can feel it. And I had like chills going down my spine, yo, when he made that pass to Eli Mitchell, man, over there, dude. I mean, like, you could feel the magic with this dude, man, and he kept getting away from the rush. And then on that one to Ayuk, y'all remember that one?
And we're going to have to cut you off because you sound like Soundwave from Transformers.
Oh, boy. We're sorry about the phone lines here.
Or the guy, what were you saying, Sam? Who do you think it sounded like?
I thought you kind of sounded like that droid at Jabba's Palace that kind of like takes 3PO and R2 in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm getting a little too nerdy with that one, though.
You will make a very good server droid.
Yeah, you guys lost me on that one. Where's that from again?
It's from Star Wars.
Jabba's Palace, bro. He's he's basically a crime mob syndicate, head, mafioso.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith once compared Jamarcus Russell to him.
He's basically...
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
He's basically like, how would I put this? He's like the Tony Soprano of the Star Wars world.
Gotcha.
Right? I mean, is that I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a better,
Yeah.
And then when...
By the way, I was disappointed you didn't go to Star Wars night at Chase Center.
I know for you it's been basketball season for like 6 months.
No, but it's Star Wars night.
Yeah, again, the basketball season starts once the football season starts.
It's Star Wars night.
Yeah,
you can take a break. Star Wars.
Every night Star Wars night. Bad Batch season 2 just got released. I thought you was going
to dress up like the Mandalorian and show up to Chase Center. No?
Mandalorian trailer tonight via Bucks v Cowboys.
Can't wait.
Well, there's my reason to tune in.
Oh, gosh. It's my reason to fall asleep. Is that what we're going to do?
I'm here to rescue you.
Is that what we're doing? So who do you want, Chasky? Bucks or Cowboys?
I want the Cowboys. Who wouldn't want the Cowboys?
You don't want Brady one more time in the Bay Area?
No. I'm done with that story.
No? You already seen it once?
I'm done seeing him go 4 wide, shotgun the entire game, complaining to the officials after every single play. No, I'm good off that.
So what? The Cowboys? You think they're an inferior opponent? Do you think Dak is going to throw some picks? Why the Cowboys?
It's Cowboys-Niners. I don't even care about their personnel. I just want the best matchup. And plus, Mike McCarthy versus Shanahan.
It's a mismatch.
Come on.
It's a massive mismatch.
Come on.
It's a massive mismatch.
Come on. Shanahan is, right now, if you're asking me who has elevated themselves with this year of coaching more than anyone, Andy Reid's so high up. I think he's kind of like, all he's doing now is adding to his already impressive resume. Shanahan has like leaped up in terms of what he's done in terms of team building, play calling. The way he used Danny Gray and Ray McLeod to clear out areas to give you those deep crossers. I'm not some X's and O's nerd. I'm not here to say that I'm, Howard Cosell or Greg Cosell or even Brian Balding. I don't pretend to be those. I'm just watching him. He puts Danny Gray out there, and I go, they're going to try to take a deep shot. And he puts Ray McLeod out there, and those guys run this long fly or go route, and all of a sudden the safety has to go with him, and then this deep crosser comes across. Here comes Debo. Here comes Ayuk. Here comes Kittle.
Dude, they were open
wide
all
open.
day long. The first play of the game. The first play of the game, Ayuk runs a deep corner route, and Debo's wide open, and it looked like Brock Purdy was unsure whether or not to get it to Ayuk or Debo. He airmails it. That was the first play of the game. Jawan Jennings, where he underthrew it in the end zone there in the first quarter. If Purdy would have let that go maybe a second and a half before he did,
that's
slightly a touchdown.
He was slightly indecisive in the first half.
It was a touchdown. It was a touchdown to Jennings. He runs under it. Boom, that's another touchdown.
Yeah.
The playbook was wide open. To Shanahan, we talk about who has the most to gain in this postseason. Is it Josh Allen, who looks shaky against Miami, right? Is it Patrick Mahomes trying to win his second Super Bowl? Is it Sirianni and Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles? Is it Dak? Well, Kyle Shanahan right now, in the year of Shanahan, has a lot to gain. And if he gets that Super Bowl to match Sean McVay, look who's positioned to win multiple Super Bowls now.
Right. Now
Kyle Shanahan.
Let's go back. I'm feeling great about the team right now, but if I'm being honest, right before halftime, I was thinking to myself, oh my God, situational football is going to do this team in.
Yeah.
Because that whole sequence, they score the field goal, they kick it, which frustrated a lot of fans. You settling for a field goal, you wanted them to punch it in. They kick the field goal, they go up a little, 1 or 2 points on Seattle. Seattle should have been dead to water. They fight back. You're thinking, oh God, this is not good. They squib kick it. And I just kept thinking, why are you squib kicking it? And people around me are going, well, they want to eat up clock. I'm like, no, kick it 80 or 70 yards into the end zone. Make them go the full 80 yards. Don't give Geno an opportunity to throw up a Hail Mary. And the tight end who got the ball squib kicked to him ends up running it out to like the 40. And then on the first play, Jimmy Ward comes in with a personal foul, and you give him a free field goal attempt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
those are the kind of situational plays, boom, boom, back to back, where I'm saying, against a better, tougher opponent, maybe where things aren't going your way, that could do you in.
No, it could do you in.
But they adjusted at half. I'll give D'Amico adjusted, Shanahan adjusted. I don't want to be, too critical.
I wasn't happy about that squib kick. Now, if Jimmy Ward doesn't come up with the late hit, it's a moot
What's
point.
Jimmy doing there?
He's
a veteran.
But you give up the 15 yards, and Myers nails a 56-yarder. Seahawks, they had the lead and all the momentum.
Yeah.
They still had some momentum down 23-17.
Right.
They go right down the football field, and Charles Omenihu comes up with a big-time play to force a fumble, and the Niners go right down the field. First play of that drive. Shanahan's like, yo, Brock Purdy, drop back and pass. We're gonna hit Kittle for 11 yards.
Are you surprised how, because watching 49er football the last, just let's say 15 years, it's always like, this game's still in the balance. Like always.
I never felt.
No, but I'm saying before this year's team, we would fight and claw, and even the last possession, it would be like grinding your teeth, almost like Giants baseball torture in the sense where it never was over. This year's team, they flip a switch, and it's like they blow a team out late in the third quarter, and the game's over.
This feels like 90s 49ers football.
Right?
90s 49ers football. You'd be back and forth with them in the first half, maybe. There was a lot of games at halftime the game was over. With Niners in 90, they will score 28 on your ass in the first half, and the game is over, and you're running out the clock in the second half. But this feels like that to the point where it is so easy for them to get chunk plays.
Yes.
I wonder how many chunk plays. I'm going to look this up. If we get Lubby to look this up, how many chunk plays do they have Saturday alone?
Well, Debo caught a ball. He caught it he was wide open. He turned around. He was like, damn, I am so open. And then he said, I'm just going to turn upfield. Again, go back to the first 4 or 5 games. Debo was never that open on any play.
Christian McCaffrey.
I know.
Gravity. Shanahan. Fresh legs. And Brock Purdy seeing it all in the second half. I'm telling you, I feel like they had at least 10 plays of at least 20 yards or more.
Yes.
And that was missing from this offense, especially last year in the postseason.
Yeah.
You didn't get all those big chunk plays. They came from Deebo Samuel basically getting the ball in the backfield and running out of shotgun. That's your chunk plays.
Yes.
Now you're getting the deep drag routes. You're getting the screen game. You're getting the dump offs. And the run game, like the way they were blocking in the run game, this offense is so potent.
Juice.
They're balanced 50-50. Juice is playing well.
He was really
And I mean,
good.
again, Brock Purdy may make history because if you look around the playoff landscape, Cincinnati is a flawed football team.
Yes.
They've lost 3 offensive linemen in the last 3 weeks.
Jonas going down changes their entire offense.
Everything. And defensively, I've always had questions about them.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Josh Allen's become a turnover machine.
Yeah.
And defensively, they give up a lot of yards.
And they can't run the ball.
Dude, they can't run the ball. They're one-dimensional. And their defense, Miami dropped a ton of passes yesterday. Jalen Waddle did not help out Skylar Thompson. Tyreek Hill at times did not help out Skylar Thompson. So they look flawed.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Philadelphia does against the Giants on Saturday night.
I'm very interested to see how healthy Jalen is. Because they're another team like the Niners. They flip a switch, and the next thing you know, they score 20 points in a quarter.
But I came out of that game for the first time I have all season saying, why not the 49ers?
Sam, get on. How many plays of 20 or more yards?
I counted 8 plays that went for at least 20 yards or
8
more.
plays.
Holy moly.
And it feels like it was more.
8? But
8 chunk plays,
and
20
that's
plus.
160 yards right there.
Yeah, and then at least another 5 plays that went just for double digits in general on top of that.
Wow.
That's insane.
Wow.
So you get the 10 yards per attempt by Brock Purdy.
8 20-plus
You
yard
get the yak plays.
Wow.
8 20-plus. That's what I'm saying, Chesky. The chunk plays are back. That's what turns you. That's Kansas City.
Yes.
That's Buffalo. That's Cincinnati.
Yeah.
When you're eating up yards and going 5 plays and 80 yards.
It felt like in the first quarter they couldn't really, or they weren't trying to run the ball. And the next thing you know, Christian McCaffrey hits that corner, and it was like a funnel.
Gone.
And then it's just gone. You're like, wow.
Shasky, you would have gained 50 yards on that play. That hole was large.
I don't know.
My big ass probably couldn't get through the hole.
I don't know.
My big ass probably couldn't get through the hole.
It was a great. You know what? Ayuk's blocking doesn't get enough credit.
It doesn't.
Downfield blocking on that play in particular, and then the Debo one earlier. We can argue about him dropping a ball here or misreading that deep ball that Purdy tried to throw to him. His blocking, to me, is what separates him from a lot of these other younger. I don't see Justin Jefferson blocking like that. Now, I'm not as savvy on the film on the Vikings. Maybe he is. I'm watching my young player, and I'm like, not a lot of young wide receivers want to block like that downfield when the ball's not going to them.
No doubt. Look, a mark of a good team is this, too, right? You take advantage of turnovers. You take advantage of momentum plays. The Charles Omenihu forced fumble on Geno Smith was a momentum play. The Niners recovered the football. They start off 1st and 10, Shasky, at their own 30-yard line. They go 7 plays to 70 yards for a touchdown.
Yes.
That's what good teams do.
Yes.
They punish you for not taking advantage of being in the red zone. They punish you, and they extend leads. Another chunk play of that drive. Jawan Jennings, 33 yards. Jawan Jennings has become Mr. Reliable in this offense over the last 2 years.
I thought that ball was up in the air. I thought Diggs was going to make a play on it. He never really turned to locate it. Oh, man, my heart was thumping on that throw because it was in the air forever, and it was coming right at us.
And, of course, you get the short field on the next possession. Or, excuse me, you get the ball on the next possession, and then that's all she wrote. A pass to Debo for 2 yards, and then the next play, Debo goes 74.
Well, I think the
74.
The one thing that I'm really loving with Brock, and this is, I think Shanahan gets a ton of credit, and I don't want to take anything away from Brock. He takes what the defense gives him, and guys are so wide open, he's just not making the big critical mistakes. You know what I mean? There was a couple of plays where he kind of like threw it out of bounds on purpose because he's getting rolled out. And then another one, it was some sort of a screen play or a short type play. He just threw it into the ground. It was the scoop play, in fact. It was the scoop play where he was shoveling it forward. And he just shoveled it to the ground. I was like, smart play. Live to see another down.
No doubt.
Don't take a big loss here.
Think about that. First 3 possessions in the second half, he scored touchdowns. First 3 possessions in the second half, Niners scored touchdowns to take control. You go from being down 17-16 to being up 38-17. Great passing, chunk plays, getting the ball to your playmakers. I think that's the number one thing Brock understands. It's like, I don't have to do it all. I have Deebo Samuel, who looks healthy. I have Christian McCaffrey. Think about that. Sometimes, Shasky, I'm at the game, and I'm seeing number 23 run, and I said, I cannot believe the Niners actually got Chris McCaffrey.
It's crazy. And I know he ended up with a lot of yardage in that game. It was not a CMC special game. Like, it was an okay game. I'm not trying to take away. He was good, but
Think about that.
He didn't even have a great game. Like, we've already seen him have great games where he's single-handedly carrying them.
Think about what you just said.
I know, it's crazy.
Think about what you just said about Chris McCaffrey.
I love him. He's my favorite player.
But think about what you said.
Him and Debo.
15 carries, 119 yards.
I know.
Another 2 catches for 17 and a touchdown.
Where he walks in.
You talking about he didn't have a great game.
He didn't, though. Am I being crazy?
No.
He didn't. He had the one big run. And
that's the equivalent of Steph Curry dropping 30
yes,
points, 6
exactly.
assists, and 5 rebounds saying, oh, Steph just got 30.
He had
it wasn't great. It was,
he had one where they were going left and like it was all washed up and he's like, boom. And
cut it back to the right. I thought he was going to break that.
God.
I thought he was going to break that.
And Burford came in and wiped somebody out.
I thought he was going to take that to the house. He was like, because I remember the crowd in section 227, we all kept looking at each other like, oh, he was close.
He just missed it.
Just missed it.
I know.
He just missed it. I cannot believe Dick Hockert. Sir, I swear to God, I look at that trade.
It's a great trade.
And now people
All-time
nationally are saying, wow, is this the greatest trade in NFL trade deadline history? The fact that Carolina made him available.
Well, Fred Dean. But yes, they're right there. You got to win the Super Bowl, obviously. But there's no doubt about it.
See that? That was weird.
No, what happened?
Oh, Mike was on and the red light just went off. That
Oh.
was caught me. Oh, sorry. Just derailed everything.
Maybe it's the radio gods telling you it's my turn to talk.
Pass the ball. I'm trying to drop my triple-double tonight. Oh, man. But no, seriously. When I look at the NFL landscape and the playoff landscape, there's one team right now that I truly fear.
Kansas City.
Yeah,
it's because of him. Mahomes. Yeah. And you should be scared of him, but you don't have to face him until the end.
Maybe. You may not have to face him.
And maybe you don't. Yeah.
Shasky talking about sharing the mic.
I was just teasing.
I know you're a teaser.
But honestly, the CMC thing is interesting to me because I want people to go back at the beginning of the year. Let's remember where we were. Every single Debo in the backfield play was like 4 guys were there getting cracked.
Drove me crazy.
Right? And then
I said, scrap that.
I know. And then you're trying to throw the ball downfield to him, and it's like it's tough, like slants and crossers with 3 guys there waiting to take his head off, right? How many medicine balls did he have this year? And then you get CMC, and obviously his time off, like his legs look so fresh.
Yeah, they do look fresh.
But the fact that he's running full stride, wide open, I'm saying to myself, A, Shanahan's dialing it up, and B, the amount of playmakers they have. Pick your poison. Who do you want to stop?
And Debo's become smarter at just going out of bounds and not taking an extra punishment.
That's a good point.
That's big time.
That's a good point.
Because he loves to set a tone, and like Debo, you don't need to punk everybody. All right? You're Debo. We know who you are. You're a boss. You're a beast. Run out of bounds.
Yes.
Live to see another play. You don't need that contact. You don't need to take on extra. Kittle does the same thing now at times where he's not going in for the extra contact. So, look, man, Debo's balling, but it's the gravity of CMC, and it's a play calling of Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is coming to his own this season.
Yes.
I think this has been his finest coaching job. I think from a play designer, play calling standpoint, because a lot of people, remember before the season, we talked to Brian Baldinger, and he said, boy, the Niners are going to miss Mike McDaniel.
Yeah.
They bring in Anthony Lynn. It gets off to a rocky start. You have a first-year quarterback coach in Brian Greasy, and then you bring back Bobby Richardson, who was out for a while. Do they miss Mike McDaniel now?
No.
Do they miss LaFleur now?
He might be coming back.
Do they miss Wes Welker?
Me and Sam went and we watched the quarterbacks all working. This is the beginning of the training camp. Purdy was in the group as well. And I said to Sam, look at how Brian Greasy's coaching these guys up. And we sat there and watched. Remember that, Sam? We were sitting there watching Brian Greasy working with them. Mm-hmm. It was such a contrast from Scangarello from the year past. Scangarello the years past would stand behind when you and I went. He was standing behind all the quarterbacks, and he wasn't really like interacting with them.
Right.
Greasy is working these different drills, and he's talking to the guys in between each and every play. He's been a great addition to the staff.
Yeah, he's hands-on. And then Anthony Lynn as your assistant coach. Anthony Lynn out there talking to everybody. Love Anthony Lynn.
The guy that I love, D'Amico Ryans, he's been awesome. Chris Kasarik on the sidelines with Charles Omenihu, and Bosa's pointing on the Jumbotron to Charles Omenihu, and here comes Chris Kasarik, and he grabs the football, and he's holding it up like the Lion King. Chris Kasarik, I want to go to war with that guy.
That's my favorite coach.
I love him.
That's my favorite coach. You know, Shasky for years laughed at me because I'm like, I love watching the sleds, the defensive lineman, Chris Kosaric. He's bent over, and he's got his whistle, and he's yelling. And then there's an assistant D-line coach. It's Daryl Tapp, right?
Yes.
He's sitting there.
Virginia
and
Tech,
yelling.
55.
Yep, no doubt. Coming off the
Atlanta.
edge. Coming off the edge. Undersized defensive end. That's when they were a thing, right? Small, shifty, small defensive end. And he's bent over at the sled. Come on. And Bosa gets beat on a get-off drill, and Bosa, like, goes straight back, and he's down in his 3-point stance.
So good.
And it's like, yo, Bosa, get to the end of the line. He's like, no, I'm in my 4-point stance now. I'm getting off this ball. I'm going to beat him. let's go. I mean, it is unbelievable how well he coaches that unit up. And that's the thing. That's why when Armstead was out and Kinlaw was out, you don't even skip a beat.
I thought Kinlaw had a couple of nice plays, though.
He did, but I'm saying during the season, Colsera coaches them up so well that you don't miss an Armstead.
At one point, Bosa was out for like 2 consecutive drives, and I was like, what happened? It looked like Fred Warner jumped on top of him, and maybe the air got like winded.
Know. I see him out too many times on the first down. Like, why is that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't like that.
It didn't make sense. But he was out for 2 straight drives, and then they had Willis, Hyder, I believe Amenahue, and Kinlaw out there. And I was like, you got to get Bosa back out on the field. Like, he's got to get back out there. And then on third down, he came back out, and he got good rush. But I don't know. Something happened in that game, and I didn't hear if anybody talked to him about that. Yeah. The other 2 people that we haven't brought up who I thought had great games, Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw were everywhere.
Greenlaw, I'm worried about him.
Why? I thought he had a really good game.
I think he's compromised.
You think he's injured?
I think he's banged up. That back injury has gone nowhere.
Well, he went down, and that scared me.
I mean, Kenneth Walker III, when he got that edge on him to make it 10-7, I was like, boy, Greenlaw looks so good.
Walker's a stud.
Walker is a stud, but
Greenlaw, like him. He's big
Greenlaw
time.
just seemed to step slow to me in this game.
You think?
The guy, yeah, no doubt.
Because I thought when he came back, he did a lot better.
Yeah, the 2 guys I think we didn't give enough credit to is Tashawn Gibson, who, by the way,
how good's he been?
One of the best stories all year. When you think about it, signed to the practice squad in training camp. Then elevated to the regular roster, starts at free safety, has to skip the beat. And then Deommodore Lenoir. He's going to get picked on all postseason. Teams are going to throw at him. I thought he held his own this week against the Seahawks.
Stepping in front of that ball and making that interception?
I thought
it's a hell of a play. He was boxing him out before that play even came.
And then ran back to the end zone. He's got the crowd all fired up. I watched Kenneth Walker III walk off the field. He was ticked off.
Yeah.
He damn near threw his helmet. He was yelling. He was not happy because he knew that was game over. But Deommodore Lenoir, Tashawn Gibson, underrated. Tashawn Gibson, hell of a story. We talk about Brock Purdy all the time. Tashawn Gibson at free safety was signed to the practice squad.
I know.
The practice squad.
And how many people were hand-wringing over, oh, my God, Jimmy Ward should play safety.
I was.
Gibson's been awesome. He was. Did you see him yelling at Ward in the second half? They were arguing about different formations and stuff and coverages because they were switching it up. And he communicates really, really well. Hufanga wasn't really a factor in this game that I noticed. Did you see him doing anything?
No, that's a good thing.
No, I agree.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't get exposed.
He didn't get exposed in the pass game. That is a great thing.
Because I do worry about the big play. The one, I'm telling you, that Geno throw was one of the great throws I've seen at that stadium.
510 Xfinity mobile text line. I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to take his word for it. John Lynch in an interview said that Brian Griese is the one that scouted and wanted Brock Purdy. True story.
Oh, my God.
Well,
it's going to turn into what was the one with Larry Riley? Larry Riley was the one who wanted Steph Curry.
Yeah, he ordered and Klay Thompson. Yeah, Splash Brothers. He gets the credit for the Splash Brothers and not Don Nelson. That's the case. Brian Griese may have saved the season.
I mean,
I can't believe Brock Purdy.
It's unreal.
I actually think this team could win a Super Bowl with the rookie quarterback. I can't believe it.
I do too.
I can't believe it.
No, I do too.
I can't believe it.
But he doesn't play like a rookie.
He doesn't.
So, I mean,
4 years of college.
I mean, like the kid Thompson who was playing for Miami.
Thompson.
He was playing like a rookie.
Yeah, he was like at one point 10 for 28. It's like, dude.
God, his receivers killing him.
They did kill him, though.
Can Waddle make a catch in traffic? I mean, what the heck? And then you take Tyreek and Waddle off the field on 4th and 1?
So Matt Nahiga sent out a tweet. It's one of his better tweets he's ever had. Because I've had him
He's a TikTok star now.
Well, no.
Him and his dog.
I've had him on team mute for a while. Matt Nahiga just on Twitter was like, dude, it's too much, boss man. Too much. So one tweet that I, walking out of NBC yesterday after the Warriors game, I saw his tweet about the Dolphins basically couldn't even get a play in 60 seconds. On 4th and 1.
Greg Roman likes that.
Game. I got no problem. Could we touch on that on the other side? The Baltimore Ravens clock management. I had no problem with that. The holding call bounced them. The holding call killed them. I thought they played it perfectly. They were going to go for 2. Greg Roman called a good game. I thought until he had
a backup. They had backups.
He had Huntley dive into the goal
Huntley's
line
got to
2
protect
yards
the ball
out.
better. I mean,
just give it to J.K. Dobbins.
I'm surprised you don't get more people meeting at the apex like that.
Right. He was short. They were at the 2-yard line. You're diving. Bro, you're a yard and a half short of the goal line. All right, let's hit the injury report.
It's time for the Injury Report.
It really hurt.
Brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years.
1,000 on YouTube, Monte.
Wow, 1,000.
It's humming.
Thank you to everybody on YouTube. We apologize for the phone lines right now. Subscribe to us on YouTube. 19.6 thousand subscribers. Like. I see 92 likes. Man.
Jerry
Purdy
Rice
has arrived.
Jerry Rice can give something out later
Friday.
this week, and if you're not subscribed to our YouTube page,
you won't get
it costs you nothing. Create a login, put your email, boom, hit subscribe, and you can win a prize from Jerry later this week.
Jerry Rice Friday, right? Friday he's joining the morning roast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, don't be the star. Come on. 925 City the mobile text line. Purdy has arrived. I was at Disneyland yesterday. Saw some 13 Purdy jerseys. He is going to be a star. Anna was looking for the Purdy jersey yesterday. I said, wait for the authentic Purdy jerseys. Don't buy replicas. It's like, Anna, come on. This ain't a replica household. We go authentic.
This ain't a replica household.
We go authentic here. But she's all about Purdy. I can't believe I can't believe
this is an NBC authentic household.
Gotta go authentic, baby. Gotta go authentic. All right.
Read the freaking injury report.
The Warriors provided us some key updates over the weekend. James Wiseman is expected to be reincorporated into team practices this week as he continues to recover from a sprained left ankle. Jonathan Kuminga rejoined the team. He rejoined team practices over the weekend. He was dealing with a sprain in his right foot. And finally, Michael Green's lower left leg infection has subsided, and he is expected to start practicing this week as well as the Warriors look to win their 5th road game of the season today against the Wizards. Tip-off at 12 o'clock. Of course, we'll have it all covered here at 95.7 The Game and the NBC Sports Bay Area. Pre and post starts at 11 a.m. The Injury Report brought to you by Boxer & Gerson, Northern California's premier workers' compensation law firm, helping injured workers get their lives back for over 40 years. This segment is presented by nobody. More of your texts, more of your comments on YouTube coming up on the Morning Roast. And don't forget, 957thegaveshop.com. Visit that bad boy, 957thegaveshop.com.
It's a Monster Monday on 95.7 The Game. Brought to you by John Vai's Bay Area Houses. Thinking of selling your home but don't want to deal with repairs, cleaning, realtors, photos, and showings? With John Vai's Bay Area Houses.com. You don't have to do any repairs or pay any commissions. Visit John Vai's Bay Area Houses.com.
If your resolutions include more energy, stamina, fire in the bedroom, or losing weight once and for all, listen up. Thousands of proactive patients have met or exceeded these goals with the caring team at Balanced Medical Solutions, the Bay Area's premier vitality clinic dedicated to helping all patients enjoy long, healthy lives full of energy, vigor, and sexual satisfaction. Until the end of the month, mention this station to get an evaluation with comprehensive labs, including hormone tests, for only $69. Call now, 510-679-3300, or visit balancedmedicalsolutions.com.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Get started for just $49.99 a month. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarding.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 50 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile Savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
Hi, I'm Aaron, owner of California Deluxe Windows. Ever notice? When your neighbors get new windows, there is a large black eye of broken stucco, uneven plaster, and even mismatched paint. At California Deluxe Windows, we never leave a ring around the window. Why? Because we are one of the only companies in California who custom crafts every window and door to your home's exact measurements. Almost everyone else on the radio is a distributor. They grab a window from a warehouse, break open your walls, shove it in, and patch things up. At California California Deluxe Windows, we take pride in our work. Our installation technique is so precise, we do not break your stucco. Your house could be covered with potato chips, and we wouldn't crack one.
Call now, and for a limited time, you get 30% off your entire order and 24 months of interest-free financing. 800-874-3600. 800-874-3600. That's 800-874-3600. California Deluxe Windows. Windows engineered for life.
Certain terms and conditions apply. CSLB number 774518.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs.
How do your clients know that?
Because Fisher Investments is a fiduciary, the highest standard for a financial advisor. It means we're there for our clients and always put their interests first.
So wait, you do it because you have to?
No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. Our clients trust us with their retirement savings, and we know how important that responsibility is. So we take the time to really get to know them.
Get to know them how?
We make sure we understand their unique goals, finances, health, family, and lifestyle so we can tailor their portfolio to their specific needs. Our goal is to help them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Sounds like a big responsibility. You must make big commissions then, right?
No, we don't sell commission-based products. We have one single transparent fee that's structured so we do better when our clients do better. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you are switching to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
What's it like to go to the South Pole? How do some animals change color? Can you catch a liar?
That's dangerous territory.
Can you trust a gut feeling? What about yawns?
Yes, yawning is contagious.
Mike Simpson here, and on my podcast, I've Got Questions. We go through all these things we're curious about and some stuff you probably don't expect.
Yo, strawberries are not even fruits at all.
So what are they? I've Got Questions. New episodes Thursdays on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Is your tub worn out, but you're not sure who to trust to replace it? With over 2 million successful bath remodels, people trust Bathfitter because we know how to do it right. We've been custom designing and manufacturing baths for over 35 years. Our unique tub-over-tub installation takes as little as a day with no demo to fit your busy schedule. And we offer a lifetime warranty on every tub. That's how confident we are in our quality and durability. Bathfitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
I had a nighttime routine for my frequent heartburn. I would drink milk, I would sleep upright with more pillows, but that painful burning stayed. So I made Prilosec OTC part of my morning routine. With just one pill each morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production, blocking heartburn day and night. Now I have a new nighttime routine. I call it sleeping.
1 pill a day, 24 hours, 0 heartburn. With Prilosec OTC. It's possible while taking Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you with professional-grade industrial supplies. Count on real-time product availability and fast delivery. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMC FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app. It's time to wake up with a nice cup of morning roast. Featuring
Fillmore's finest, Monte here. The pride of the Excelsior, Joe Butcher Boy Shasky. Take him out. You're listening to 95.7 The Game, the morning roast.
Oh, baby. Niners win in wild card weekend. We got Matt DeHegan here with the coffee. Look at him. Boss man, look. Gotta hype this up.
He got that highlighter pink on, too.
Hey, I'm not mad at him.
Nor am I.
I'm not mad at him.
He is a pastel king.
You know, Matt DeHegan dresses well. You can take some tips, Shasky. Take some tips. Take some notes.
You didn't like my turtleneck, Steve Young-esque, with my jersey on Saturday?
Nice. It was nice.
And my throwback coat?
It was nice.
Your boy was ready for the
nice. What did I wear
weather.
Saturday? Oh, I had sweats on.
You had the all black on.
Oh, yeah. You like the little Jordan, big
very
puffy
nice.
coat.
It was very nice.
Ready for the raid, baby. The little Dwight Clark underneath. It was a lot of fun Saturday night. A lot of fun Saturday at Levi Stadium. Met a lot of roasters. Chopped cheese. My guy, chopped cheese, man. I need one of those. I keep thinking about it now. I've been thinking about it for the last hour ever since you brought his name up. But no, it was rocking at Levi Stadium. To see the lower bowl all standing, to see most of the 200 sections standing.
So sick.
It was sick. It was playoff football.
It was loud.
It felt like Candlestick Park.
Yes.
It felt like a throwback with the weather, with
Yes.
the overcast. The sun snuck out for a second.
Yeah.
The rain hit really after the game. It was hitting before the game and then after the game. During the game, not much.
Were you stuck in the parking lot when the rain hit? Not today. We're not doing that
Back-to-back
today.
weeks.
We're not doing that today.
Back-to-back weeks, I've been stuck in the parking lot, and all I'll say is we need to get Al Guido back on. We have to figure this out. We have to figure out the parking lot situation after the game. We just do. We just do.
Well, there's. I filled out some of the surveys. We'll get to that. Today's not the day. I want to celebrate the win.
But you asked me about the parking lot. I'm telling you about that's a conversation for another day. But Al Guido,
I found a sneaky spot to park at.
I've got spots. I've only been affected the last 2 weeks with the parking lot, and I see what everybody's going through. But we have to do something. Al Guido, president of the 49ers, we have to talk.
If the Niners play the Cowboys, I am begging the 49ers to wear the throwbacks from 94. I need the good mojo at home.
No, you need the throwbacks?
Yes.
Why?
The red, because they lost in 92 wearing the red with the gold pants. They lost in 92. They lost in 71. They lost in 72 wearing those. I want to wear white pants, red top, black shadows. I need it.
But they wore...
Inject it.
But think about what they wore last year at Jerry's World.
Yeah, but that's on the road. That's different.
They wore the same...
I'm telling you what
Jerry's
I want.
World.
Because en route to a Super Bowl, we will have to face... I want to face, obviously, this week in Seattle, so you extinguish Pete Carroll. Then you go to the Dallas Cowboys, and then bring it on. Whether it's the New York Giants or the Philadelphia Eagles, bring it on. Bring it on.
So who do you fear more? Who do you fear more, the Cowboys or the Bucs?
I think that the Cowboys are a more balanced team.
I say that. I'll say this. Niners will be favored against either team. They'll be favored.
None of that matters to me, but I hear you.
I believe the Niners have the better football team.
Okay.
But who gives you the most concern?
It would be, if Brady's always going to be Brady, so he's like the outlier. The Dallas Cowboys have a more balanced team. They're a better football team than the Bucs. Will they win in this matchup against them? I don't know. There's matchups.
They don't play well on grass.
Things happen. Yeah, the grass element. But I look at what Dallas can do. They've got two running backs who I fear in different ways. They've got a quarterback who can move just enough to make plays downfield. They've got a tight end who I think is sneaky good. They've got obviously some wide receiver weapons. I think that their defense is opportunistic, and I do think that their front is underrated. Tampa Bay presents different problems. I think they have two really good linebackers. I think they have a wideout in Mike Evans who can get chunk yardage downfield. Mm-hmm. So I lean the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're the more balanced team. Although I think head coaching wise, I'm taking McCarthy over Todd Bowles, which is wild to say.
Yeah, they're both very mid.
Right?
Gosh, I forgot about Todd Bowles, Byron Leftwich. And then you get Mike McCarthy. Who's their Kellen Moore is their offensive coordinator, Dan Quinn.
I'm taking Dallas personnel.
I'd rather see Tampa Bay.
You would rather, because you think they're easier to beat?
I think Dallas presents. They present a slew of problems for the Niners.
I
want Niners Cowboys, no doubt about it. But now I'm thinking about it. Dan Quinn is defensive coordinator. The whole Shanahan and Quinn element. Quinn knowing Shanahan's tendencies. Now it goes the other way, right? Shanahan knowing Dan Quinn's tendencies. But blitzing, Micah Parsons, Dexter Lawrence, Diggs jumping routes.
Oh, we're going to double move him to death.
I just think Tampa Bay does not match up with the Niners very, very well. And it would be cool to knock Tom Brady on his ass twice in the same season. It would be really cool to see that.
It could be his final game.
Could be his final game at home, Levi Stadium.
I don't believe it, but it could be. It's certainly, can we agree here? It's certainly his final Tampa Bay game.
Yeah. No doubt.
Right? Like if he leaves, he's going to the Raiders. But that's neither here nor there.
I just don't want to deal with Cowboy fans. And I don't want to deal with Cowboys week. I don't want to hear from Drew Pearson. I don't want to hear from Troy Aikman. I don't want to hear from Roger Staubach, Tony Dorsett.
Aikman.
My gosh, Charles Haley. What side is he going to wear? Split hat? What side is he going to choose?
Niners.
And then I don't want him to have to talk about Jerry Jones' old crusty ass all week long. Give me Tampa Bay. Jerry Jones. I just
You know
can't
who the
stand
Niners? The
him.
Niners. If I'm part of the front office, you know who they want in terms of the money. You want the Cowboys.
Oh, there's no time.
I mean, you
don't think Fox wants the Cowboys?
Everybody wants the Cowboys.
So there was something that got sent to me yesterday. The Cowboys have been a draw. So
Well, of course they are.
I mean,
you either
they're
root
American
for them
team.
or against them.
All right, so here's a midseason report. I got it from David Tell over at NBC Sports Bay Area.
Okay.
2022 midseason report. 159 million people have watched the NFL so far this season.
This is at what, week 9?
This is week 9.
Yeah.
Through week 9. Week 9.
Yeah.
16.2 million average viewers per NFL game. The top games, Bengals at Cowboys, 27.5 million viewers. Packers at Bucks, Bills at Chiefs, Niners at Rams, Patriots at Packers. Now, the regular season report. Here it is. Regular season report. Top 5 games of the 2022 NFL season. Giants at Cowboys, Bills at Lions, Cowboys Packers, Eagles Cowboys, Cowboys Vikings. Cowboys have 4 of the top 5 most watched games this season. So you bet your ass Fox wants the Cowboys to win tonight. They're praying that the Cowboys win. Cowboys Niners, that has a Super Bowl feel to it.
And it brings back playing them back-to-back years in the playoffs.
Oh my God, it brings back the rivalry.
For a lot of younger fans,
Right.
if you know your kids and things like that, like now you're ingratiating them to the rivalry. Like you want them. It's appropriate. It has to be.
star-
If you're gonna win a Super Bowl, it goes through Dallas.
Their arrogance.
Or I guess they have to come through us. But you get
Their
what I'm saying.
arrogance at Levi Stadium with their fan base coming out that tunnel in those white uniforms and those turquoise pants that make no sense. They look green.
Yeah, they're like aqua-ish.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell they are. They're iconic.
Well, and they wear dark blue on the helmet, but
Yep.
yet royal blue on the socks and on the numbers. It's all weird.
Zeke and Tony Pollard, Cowboys, Jerry Jones. No, I don't want to deal with them.
Zeke might not even make it to the game. I mean, In-N-Out Burger's right down the street.
He does look washed. You talk about a guy who looks slow on grass. That's how it came up. I was like, damn, Goose, Zeke looks washed. Oh, no, the Cowboys don't play on grass. They're slipping all over the place. Zeke has been really good on turf this year. Really? Has he? I don't know. Tony Pollard looks like the better running back. I don't want to deal with Jerry Jones and have to hear you say how he's a good businessman and how he's good for the league. Jerry Jones, get him out of my life for once. It's 1-0. Except that one Super Bowl, which was Jimmy Johnson's team. That's all he's done.
Oh, he's won 3.
They haven't got to the NFC Championship since.
They said that Tom Brady, if he can win this game, will have as many victories as, I don't know, they were listing off all the playoff victories for all these different franchises. Right. He would basically have as many playoff victories as the Dallas Cowboys. That's incredible.
Since the Super Bowl win?
No, just in general.
In general?
Yeah.
Because Brady's 35-12?
Yeah.
Cowboys don't have more than 35 playoff wins?
There was
36?
only like one round of the playoffs for a long time.
That is kind of wild.
And it's insane.
That is wild.
That's insane.
That is wild.
I mean, Brady's playoffs only could put him in the Hall of Fame. He's had like 4 Hall of Fame careers. I mean, if you think about it.
No, I say I want Tampa Bay.
You don't want Tampa Bay.
Why? Because of Tom Brady?
Yeah, just because you know the game will be a lot closer this time. And you know that Brady's going to be crying and complaining to the officials and some weird Brady crap's going to happen.
Just either way, we can't lose, right?
No.
Is this a no-lose situation for 49er fans coming up on Sunday, 3:30 kick? It's going to turn into a night game.
Oh, it's going to be
Number one.
Great. I can't
It's
wait.
going to turn into a night game.
Can't wait. And it's going to be dry.
It's going to be dry.
Thank God.
Turns
finally.
into a night game.
First dry game in what feels like forever. The Bay Area today, and I don't know, San Francisco's dry. How refreshing was it that it wasn't wet this morning?
Felt good.
Yeah.
It felt good. It felt good. What's the big takeaway? We'll read some text here. Xfinity Mobile text line. Our phone lines have been down. Our engineer staff,
Yeah, are
TJ
they back
Company,
up?
they're working on it right now. What do you guys think of people saying Purdy's like Trevor Siemian after Peyton retired because he had a great defensive weapons? Brock Purdy looks so much better than Trevor Siemian. It's not even funny. Not even funny. 415 Xfinity Mobile text line. I will gladly avoid Tom Brady. 650 to beat the GOAT, you got to beat the GOAT. And Dak ain't that, so we want the Bucks. 49ers want the smoke. That's Vinny in South City. Put that in your morning cup and roast it.
The best part about
Vinny wants the Bucks. You hear that?
Yeah,
and
I
it's
don't
all
want the
caps.
No.
It's all caps too.
I want the Cowboys because I want all of the memes that are going to be associated with Cowboy fans losing and all the still shots. Last year, all the different still shots. Come on, man. It hit home.
I'm not going to lie. that Cowboy week last year and going down there and experiencing that in front of those Cowboy fans. I wish you would have flew down with me. Honest to God, I wish you would have flew down with me.
I think we were all recovering from COVID in my house. I think that's what was happening at the time.
Maybe it did.
Because you did call me at the last minute on that Saturday, and I looked at my wife. She was like, "If you go, I will kill you."
Oh, well, I decided that Monday. Remember, I was like, Shasky, I'm thinking about just flying out there. I'm going to fly out there. And I flew out there, and the Uber driver was a big fan of, he had 95.7 The Game on, right? Didn't know it was me, so I'm sitting in the cut. And I'm like, oh, man, you like 95.7 The Game? It's like, yeah, man, yeah. And he's from Nigeria.
Oh.
And so he's been driving Uber, went to San Jose State. And I was like, hey, man, who's your favorite show? What's your show? He goes, those dudes in the morning, they're crazy, man. Shasky and Bonte, boy, those dudes are insane. I love that show. And I was like, nice to meet you, buddy. And he couldn't believe it. FaceTimed his family and everything. And then
Save that right there. That is one of the great stories of self-promotion for the doobies.
It's morning roast promotion. Because I FaceTime Shasky. I was like, hey, Shasky, this guy listens to the roast.
I'm a roaster.
Come on.
The amount of people out there who do listen to the roast as I was walking through the tailgates was pretty incredible. A lot of really, really nice fans. There were some diehards out there.
A lot of cops.
Oh, yeah, tons of cops.
A lot of Santa Clara cops saying, hey, Bonte, keep up the great work.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, law enforcement, we got them on our side.
We were doing that video as we were walking out of the stadium, and people were going crazy around us. That was pretty fun.
415, what a coincidence. Bonte found his only fan in an Uber. Hey, you got to be somewhere, baby. Got to be somewhere.
I mean, I just feel like it's poetic justice to go through the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Morelli out there in India. What's up, Morelli? I see you out there. It is poetic to see the Cowboys at the last, because the Cowboys want blood. They want revenge. They've circled the 49ers all season long. Yes, they've talked about it. They want the Niners.
Yeah, I want to play Philly so bad. Philly sports fans are talking so much recklessness online. All of their radio hosts. And the funny thing is that when we called them last year when the Niners were playing them, oh, we're not that good. And they were super like possum-y and acting all like quiet. And now they want to stick their chest out. You better hope Jalen Hurts is 100%.
Do we deal? So I've seen something right now. 341, they should have mobile text line. 341 likes some bump and scums every day. I see your text every day, 341. I do. And I keep receipts. Hill and Shasky don't want to get punked by those Dallas bozos shunning RJ again like last time. First of all, we went 2-0. It was a TKO. Your little joke. Hey, that's Dallas bozos, RJ and Sean. They're going to punk you. 341 don't even believe that. I don't think RJ and Sean want to smoke anymore. I know they don't want to smoke.
I think they wanted Philly. They wanted the Vikings to win because they wanted to go to Philly.
And they didn't want to play the Niners? Is that what their tweets are saying?
Come on, man. I mean, both those dudes didn't even grow up in Texas as Cowboy fans, so I really don't care anyway.
The Cowboys or the Bucks. It's a big game tonight, man.
How happy
this is juicy.
The NFC East. The NFC East, ESPN is just so happy right now.
Oh, they're drooling all over the place.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. The black and blue division is back.
That's the North.
That is the North. But, you know, but the black and blue, you can't. Aaron Rodgers, Minnesota, they're frauds. Yeah. They're absolute finesse teams. The real black and blue division is the NFC
You know what
East.
we're calling the North from here on out?
What's that?
It's the well done. Overcooked, dry, garbage.
As soon as the Giants tied that game, I thought the Vikings are not winning. You could just tell when they ran. When they ran at 3rd and 1, and they gave it to Jefferson, and he threw it back to Kirk Cousins. Remember that trick play on 3rd and 1? They did all that to lose 4 yards on 3rd and 1. I was like, the Vikings are not serious. They're not winning this football game.
Seeing Kirk Cousins fade the way he did in that final drive, it felt so much like Jimmy against the Rams, where it was like inevitable that he was going to disappoint everyone. I could just feel it coming a mile away. Right? Couldn't you?
Yeah. The third and 1 trick play, Shasky.
It was terrible.
They ran a trick play on 3rd and 1.
Did you hear the Dalvin Cook stat? He led the NFL in either time stuffed at or behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
How?
I'm not surprised.
Justin Jefferson got to get out of there.
And Dalvin Cook may be out of there too. There's like some weird stuff with his kind. There's an opt-out or a team option or something like that where he may have played his last game with the Minnesota Vikings. And I love Dalvin Cook. No room here in San Francisco. Got Christian McCaffrey. I'd rather have them. But Justin Jefferson does need to get away from Kirk Cousins. So they lose. I don't want to hear anything about Kirk Cousins ever again. You see the stat where he's 4-42 in primetime games. Primetime or playoff games. 4-42.
It's almost impossible. He's like you know what he is? He's like the Warriors on the road right now.
How the hell did Kirk Cousins sneak on the primetime 46 times in the first place?
Because he's Kirk Cousins, and he's playing for the Washington football team and the Minnesota Vikings.
Kirk Cousins. Boy, not a good day for
I think
Kirk
the league
Cousins
wants Cowboys-Niners.
The league. So you think there'll be some flags, maybe some extra flags
the
on
league,
Tampa?
because then they know that they're either going to get the New York, Philly market in one bracket. One of those two will win, and then they're getting the Northern California, Texas market in the other one. So so
you said the Tampa Bay market doesn't stack up?
No.
So you got the Cowboys winning tonight?
100% now. Now I've flipped.
You flipped.
Yeah. If it had the Vikings won, I think it's Tampa Bay. Now I'm going Cowboys.
I got Tampa Bay winning. But I think it's a 50-50 game.
And you know what? I like New York Giants. I know they don't have a lot of weapons.
They're tough.
I think Jalen's more compromised than people want to admit. I really like that match. And Philly is they've got this feeling that I think they're going to be one and done in the playoffs. They're talking a lot.
They're out talking. The Giants' defense is coming around. Xavier McKinney, Kayvon Thibodeau coming off the edge. He's found something out there in New York. I like him wearing that number 5, Dexter Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's good up the middle. D-tackle. And Brian Daboll, the Giants are coming. That's why you got to take advantage of this situation now if you're the 49ers.
This
thing is wide open.
This feels like their best chance, not because the field around them in the NFC is weak, because I do think it's actually strong. I think this is just their best team. I think this is their best top-to-bottom team in the Shanahan era.
Best team, best roster. You're at home for the first 2 rounds. You haven't had that since 2019, obviously, with Kyle Shanahan when you hosted the divisional round in the NFC Championship game. But you win these 2 games. The Giants, next year, the year after with Brian Daboll, he's the perfect New York City head coach. He's perfect for that culture. You know he is.
How about Wink Martindale in the cut sleeve with the underneath?
I love Wink. I love Wink.
Chew. Come on,
I love
bro.
Wink. Dude, he's got that defense flying around.
He looks like every high school defensive coach ever, right? All he needs is the Daisy Dukes from the 70s with the knee-high socks.
Dude.
Right? Spadoni, am I wrong?
If you could host the NFC Championship game against the New York Giants and Danny Dimes.
I just don't think the Cowboys or the Tampa Bay Bucks are ready for the attack that the 49ers are going to put on. Think back to when they played against Tampa. Debo wasn't healthy 100%.
No, Debo was there. He got hurt in that game.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't 100%. And then, like, McCaffrey, I feel like now he's fresher because he hasn't had a lot of time off. He feels a lot fresher than he's been. Brock's more settled in.
But Brock threw dimes in that game.
Offensive line feels healthier.
Brock was throwing dimes in that game. Now, there's a couple pivotal moments in that football game. Mike Evans, 75-yard touchdown, gets called back due to a holding call. Tampa Bay would have been right back in the game. Later on in that football game, Brock throws a pick, gets called back because they called illegal contact on Tampa Bay. A very questionable call. Think about the first play of the game. You and I both agree. Roughing the passer? I've seen worse.
Yeah, they got lucky.
I've seen worse.
They got lucky.
That was a tone-setting play by Tampa Bay. Next thing you know, it's 15 yards going the other way, and Brock starts rolling. So, look, bring on Tampa, bring on Dallas. I don't care. It's just 3:30 Sunday, dust setting at Levi's Stadium. This is great. This is great. Playoff football, and it's playoff football that can distract us from what the hell is going on with the Golden State Warriors right now. Oh, God.
Why do you? I mean, like, I know we got to bring them up. I get it. Like,
I got to go do the pregame show. Shasky, I'm doing the pregame show 2.5 hours.
I heard Mully brought me up on Friday night.
Oh, yeah. Talk about self-promotion.
I was at a game. I was coaching. We were losing.
Don't talk about him.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, I tell you what happened. We were breaking down Klay Thompson.
Okay.
And so it was like, man, all these pundits, somehow, some way, we got to all these idiots who wanted Klay Thompson traded or washed or benched. And Willie just goes, yeah, Joe Shasky. You still want Klay Thompson benched? I was like, and I go, Leave Shasky alone. He's coaching CYO basketball right now. Oh, is he running that CYO 2-3 zone? And, of course, I wake up at Shasky's. He catches wind of everything. He probably got the audio. I'm sure he's already watched it.
I did not get the
He's
audio.
got the audio and everything. But the streets talk, right?
Yes.
That's how you found out the streets were talking?
Yeah, Cooper Lucy hit me up on Twitter, shout out to St. Ignatius Senior, and was like, he's talking about CYO, blah, blah, blah.
So then Shasky goes, oh, I don't run just 2-3 zone. I run 1-2-1, 1-3-1, or 1-2-2, 1-3-1, full court press, run the elevators, boxing one, triangle and two.
Elevators is offense.
I know it's offense, what I'm saying. You're running everything.
And none of it worked Friday night.
You guys lost?
Yeah, we did not. We just got outplayed. They outplayed us.
Rivalry game, too.
Yeah, first loss in a couple years.
Wow.
And we needed it.
You needed to be humble.
We did.
You
we
needed
did.
to be humble.
I was trying to draw up a play in the final, 30 seconds of it, and they were all like, well, who's getting the last shot? I'm like, we've got problems on this sixth grade team.
And so, yes, you did get brought up. You did get brought up.
Would you tell Bob personally that I said hi?
No, I will not.
You think I'll be featured on Bob's podcast?
Hey, the people positioning to be a guest on that podcast.
Oh, I bet.
Guru, Steiny. Well, Steiny will play it off like he doesn't want to be on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's going to happen. I wouldn't mind being on that podcast.
Monte, help me.
Bob, you looking for a co-host? My two-way contract's running out here. 95-7 the game. Bob, you need somebody to set you up? Throw you some alley-oops? Throw you some passes?
I mean, I bet he's got the DMs wide open. People are just lining up to be on that.
This is not Guru Radio, according to Anna. All right, this segment, what's coming up in the case, sponsored by CalHope.org and Department of Healthcare Services. I wish we could take calls, man. Our lines are down. Our engineers are working on it. It would have been a great day to talk 49er football with a lot of 49er faithful out there. It was a lot of fun on Saturday. We ran into a lot of roasters. But we'll continue to wrap this bad boy up and get up out of here on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yes, they have a brother working on MLK Day, but it's all good. It's all good. That's what we do. We get paid.
I know, Monte.
All right, more coming up on the roast.
It's a Monster Monday on 95.7 The Game. Brought to you by Zenni, the official eyewear of the San Francisco 49ers. Shop from over 3,000 styles at 80% off retail prices. Exclusively at Zenni.com.
Life is uncertain. It's okay to feel stressed, anxious, worried, or frustrated. CalHope can help. Access CalHope's free and secure mental health resources. Call 833-317-4673 or live chat at calhope.org.
So, the other day, I bought an extremely chatty...
Boring story time.
Make that an extremely catty cockatoo.
You're welcome.
Apparently, the pet store won't take it back. But hey, I'll manage.
I love that for you.
Just like I manage without home internet.
No, you don't.
Sure, my mobile hotspot is slow and makes streaming shows unbearable.
Oh, Bertie likes to stream.
But I'm making do. Oh no, who's this?
My lady friend. It's mating season, duh.
No home internet? It's not that bad.
No, not there.
It is that bad. Don't settle. Get Xfinity Home Internet for just $19.99 a month for 1 year with a free streaming box. Call, click, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires paperless billing and auto pay with stored bank account. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Offer ends 2/21/23.
If you own a business, this has been a bumpy ride. From pandemic to inflation, I'm sure you could use a break. If your business has 5 or more employees and survived COVID, you might be eligible to receive a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. The challenge is getting your hands on it. Hi, I'm Howard Mackler, and that's why I founded GetRefunds.com to cut through the red tape and get you that money. The team of tax attorneys we have put together are highly trained in this little-known payroll tax refund program. We do all the work, charge not a dime up front, and simply share a percentage of the cash that we get for you. Businesses of all types qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, and even those that had increases in sales. We have helped return over $1 billion to businesses, and we can help your business too. Just go to getrefunds.com and answer a few questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited period of time. Don't lose out on up to $26,000 per employee. Go to getrefunds.com. That's getrefunds.com.
UCSF Sports Medicine Center is dedicated to treating every type of athlete, from kids to adults, amateurs to elite professionals. As one of the best orthopedic programs in the nation, UCSF has programs to optimize an athlete's performance and the latest advancements to treat the most complex sports injuries. With locations throughout the Bay Area, now including Marin, Walnut Creek, and Redwood Shores, it's even easier to make an appointment today. Visit ucsfhealth.org so you can get cleared to play. UCSF Health, redefining possible.
The Manufacturers RV Show is back. See hundreds of RVs from dealers all over the West Coast. Don't miss the 34th Annual Manufacturers RV Show at the Alameda County Fairgrounds in Pleasanton, January 21st through the 29th.
Investing is confusing. Dawn raids, triple witching hour, candlesticks, crown jewels, bears, bulls, bear hugs, blue chips. It's one big word salad of uncertainty. Fortunately, Fremont Bank now has incredible rates on their savings accounts and CDs. And while savings accounts and CDs may not be known for their great rates at your current bank, at Fremont Bank, you can get great rates from a great local bank. To learn more, stop in or visit us online. We'll explain it all in plain language. Fremont Bank, serving the Bay Area since 1964. Member FDIC.
Tune in to 95.7 The Game for Warriors Live, 60 minutes before tip-off of every Warriors game. Brought to you by Xfinity. Supercharge your home with supersonic Wi-Fi. Unbeatable internet, only from Xfinity.
Save now on appliances and more at the Truckload event at Lowe's. Get deals on select major appliances and take home what you buy same day. And save an additional 10% on all in-store clearance appliances. Plus, get store-wide savings on even more items. Stock up on GE Sync Reveal 60-watt dimmable smart LED light bulbs for just $9.98 each. Head to your local Lowe's store or visit Lowe's.com to shop the Truckload event today. Exclusions apply. While supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Valid 1/12 to 1/18.
Other banks go out of their way to make redeeming credit card rewards needlessly complicated. But Discover isn't like that. With Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
The other day, I bought a cockatoo. Hello! He's a handful, but I'll manage. Just like I manage without home internet. Sure, my mobile hotspot is slow and makes streaming shows unbearable, but I'm making do. Oh no, who's this?
It's mating season, Dad.
No home internet? It's not that bad.
Don't settle. Get Xfinity Home Internet for just $19.99 a month for 1 year with a free streaming box. Call, click, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Offer ends 2/21/23.
The Morning Roast is live on YouTube right now. Take it away, Bonte.
Boy, Tibbs is fired up today.
He's ready to roll.
I'm talking with him at the break. He's ready to go.
He never comes into the studio before a show.
He's ready.
The segment is presented by The Road to Glendale. Oh, brought to you by Mara West Credit Union. Working for you tomorrow together. Oh, Cowboys Bucks. Who do you want, Roasters? Who do you want? Cowboys Bucks. I'm getting a lot of texts. Let's go to the text line. We can go to the personal text. Worldwide Hef ain't trying to play Dallas. That's his thing. Ain't trying to play Dallas.
Where was Hef this weekend? Didn't see him at the game.
He was at the crib. He's been MIA.
Yeah?
He's a big Paulo Banchero guy. He texts me all the time about Paulo Banchero.
Yeah, he only comes out for the big games, huh?
Yeah, well,
Seattle wasn't big enough for him.
He actually just texted me, too. Flights to Philadelphia, $400. Just text me that.
Well, we've got Boxer and Gerson sending us no matter where.
So I'm gonna stick them for first class.
Philly better hold their end of the bargain because January 29th, they might be here at
Hey, Boxer and Gerson, I was actually scoping out the flights. I want that red eye on a Friday night after the Warriors-Blazers game. I want that red eye out of SFO. And whatever you're paying, I'm going to upgrade the business.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm already with you. Except I might not leave till Saturday because I got a basketball game at 11.
In the morning?
Yeah, on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there Saturday morning. I want to get there ready to rock and roll. Get the cheesesteaks in. I'll show you around Philly. I know Philly.
Yeah, I'm down with
that. It's like
that.
home away from home.
Where are we going to sit? We better get good seats.
Oh, dude, I'm
we
actually...
got to beat the Cowboys.
Got to beat the Cowboys or Bucks, but Philadelphia is a different beast. I heard like Boston game 6 or games 3 and 4. I heard Philly's like that times 10.
Well, let's go. I'm ready. I mean, I did that by myself. I'm ready to do this one with you. And you know who else wants in? My dad. So yesterday I get a phone call from my wife. She's at Original Joe's, and I'm not allowed to bring up a lot of stuff at home anymore. She got real mad at me, but I'll give you this. She goes, "Hey, do we want the Vikings to win or lose?" And I'm like, well, I wanted the Vikings to win because I wanted to play Saturday and blah, blah, blah. You get an extra day.
Yeah, I wanted Saturday too.
And I just thought the Vikings are frauds. And so then the Vikings end up losing. And so she comes home and I go, hey, hon, game's probably going to be on Sunday. You know, it's either the Dallas Cowboys or Tom Brady. She's like, I'm in. So she's going to be in the building. It's a big one. You know it's a big one when my wife shows up.
And wants in on all the playoffs.
And she's like, what's up with the weather? I was like, it's going to be dry. So she's ready.
Do you know this was the first game Anna was in her seat when the players ran out of the tunnel? I've been trying to get her. Like, we usually on time. I see it all the time.
You have to sit in the
You have to sit, yeah.
How about Brock Purdy getting the final intro?
And he gets the loudest intro, I believe.
Maybe it was. I didn't even, I don't know.
So,
I mean, Baby Bash at halftime probably got a pretty big intro.
And Frankie J.
I like Baby Bash.
I like Baby Bash. Don't hate on Baby Bash.
A lot of people hating. I like it.
Don't hate on Baby Bash.
But I needed something a little more hardcore for a playoff
that's
game
what I'm saying.
Seattle.
Like, don't get.
Can I get Stunner Man?
Yeah, don't get on Baby Bash. It was an interesting choice, but Baby Bash.
Can I get that filthy Phil Mo?
So Anna's in her seat by the time the players come out. And so I get up there with my food right as kickoff is beginning.
Okay.
And I've seen the players run out and
Chicken
stuff like
tenders,
that. Yeah, it's
French
free
fries.
for the season ticket holders.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I've been freebies.
What do you mean you didn't know that? There's two lines. There's the season ticket holder kiosk line, and then there's the other one.
So I get that. And so I get to the seat. She goes, babe, I got to be in my seat for the intros. That is a vibe. I was like, yeah, I've been telling you that for 2 years.
Eric Armstead.
And she's like, ooh, like she's all about
Dre Greenlaw.
Man, so, you know, I'm going to Philly, and no, you're not. Let me just. Now I'm rattled. Everybody wants to go to Philly. Yo, can I tag along?
How about the national anthem by the guy from Santana's band? He was good.
Tony Lindsay?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a Bay Area legend.
He was good.
He does all the big Bay games.
Yeah, he was really good.
He does
I enjoy
all the
him.
big Bay games.
Yeah,
No
he
doubt.
nailed it.
He nailed it.
I'm a sucker. Here's the other thing, just real quick, and this is me on my high horse. And I know America is very divided on everything. Can we just be a little respectful during the national anthem, just in general? People just goofing around, messing around, all these young kids. I'm like, come on, man, be somewhat respectful during the national anthem. That's all. Just no one's saying that you got to, take your hat off or do this or that. Just quiet down. I want to hear the singers, and I want it to be respectful. I don't know. I'm an old school guy. I get nostalgic during the national anthem.
All right. Let's try to test the lines once again with our main man dancing in his own living room. It's at Antonio in Oakland. He's on the rails. Antonio, what's happening?
Whew, big old playoff win. 3 in a row versus the Seahawks, man. We can't be stopped. I was getting worried at halftime, though, man. I was at one of the clubs.
All right, Antonio, you sound like
so we apologize
from
to all.
God,
we'll apologize to all the calls today. We apologize to everybody. The phone line's been down. Our engineers are working hard on it. I see Tim Jordan here early working on the holiday. It is what it is. It is what it is. 925 Xfinity Mobile text line. The Giants almost beat Philly last week with their third-string players when Philly needed to win the 1 seed. Giants are beating the Eagles. We'll see. Saturday night in Philadelphia. We shall see. And they better win. Philadelphia better win on Saturday. Because the stuff I've seen from their media and their fan base over the weekend, this is the Niners defense that everybody's talking about. Oh, Brock Purdy this, Brock Purdy that. They are bumping their gums a little bit. That's why I said, Shasky, I'll get to Philadelphia. We get to Philadelphia. We're close to Philadelphia.
I don't think they realize how big 49ers fan base is and how it's going to travel.
Yeah.
I don't think they have any clue.
Well, one guy who won't be traveling apparently is Rocco. Said he can't afford the Philly trip. AKA, my wife will let me go.
He's not alone in that. He's not alone in that.
No, in terms of what? Wife not letting him go or
the financials. I mean, everybody's hurt right now.
No. Rocco's a baller. Rocco, ain't no financials hurting Rocco. Wifey just said, son, you ain't going to the 215. Nice try, buddy. You better hope they host the NFC Championship game. Now, will Michelle want to fly to Philadelphia?
I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her.
Will you bring that up?
I mean, she might have work. Like
Does
her
anyone
work.
really have a choice?
Her work's very demanding. So I don't know.
Can't work remote.
Well, no, she can, but like I'm just saying, like I don't know. I don't know what she's got going that week.
Right,
I don't know.
Right,
Can't speak on it.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure she would like to. Who wouldn't want to go to Philadelphia?
Philadelphia's a great town.
We
Baker
could link
wants to
up
go
with
to
Kate
Philadelphia.
Scott and go to a Sixers game.
You think she'll take us to a Sixers game?
You maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Wait. Whoa.
Well, because you're the big Warrior guy.
No. That means nothing. That means nothing in Philadelphia. Even though the Warriors used to play there, that means nothing. Well, Kate Scott. Now I'm looking it up. Now I'm looking it up to see if the Sixers are in town. Wouldn't that be something? Maybe we have a roast with Kate. We'll have a reunion
I'll
show.
get credentialed by 95.7 The Game to ask Doc Rivers a question.
So the NFC Championship game is January
29th. It'll probably be at 3:30.
The Sixers play the Nuggets Saturday, January 28th, 12 o'clock West Coast time.
I like it.
Hey, Kate, can you get me in?
I like it.
Kate, what's up, Kate? We had great times on the roast. Let's go.
I like
and you know
it.
who they play that Monday?
Huh.
We'll probably fly out if the Niners do. I got to stop looking ahead here. But they play Orlando on the 30th.
Oh, wow.
Paulo Banchero's
You're
in
Orlando
town.
Magic.
Paulo Banchero's in town. He may be at the NFC Championship game. Maybe we could watch the game in his suite. Banchero will probably have a suite. He likes football.
Niners got to handle their own business, though. I mean,
Are we getting ahead of ourselves
Yeah,
here?
we are.
All right.
We got to go through the Cowboys or the Bucks first. Who do you want? You want the Bucks to
Yeah,
win?
I'm surprised you asked me. It's the first question you asked me in 3 weeks. I want Tom Brady in the Bucks.
Hey, Bonte, who would you like to win the game tonight?
Joe Shasky, I would like Tampa Bay. They're one-dimensional. I like Shanahan over Todd Bowles all day long. Misdirection kills Tampa Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They miss a lot of tackles. I'm not a believer in their secondary. Sure, they got some nice weapons on the outside. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They'll play a bit better than they did a few weeks ago at Levi Stadium. But Brady's a statue. He's a sitting duck. Bosa's coming. Amenahu's coming. Armstead up the middle like he set the tone on the third play of the game last week against Geno Smith. Give me Tampa Bay.
Well, the two guys who actually had pretty solid games, obviously Charles Omenihu with the big sack strip on Geno Smith. Him and Jordan Willis, midseason acquisitions the last couple of years for late-round picks, and they're contributors. Like, we talk so much about CMC and, the Emmanuel Sanders trade. They've made under-the-radar acquisitions, Gibson being a late addition to this team. Those guys have all contributed. Every one of those guys.
Wow, Coach Buck. Shout out to Coach Buck saying Sixers tickets are more expensive than Warrior tickets. I see some good seats here at Wells Fargo Center. Good seats against the Nuggets. Get in. If I get that red eye. All right, let me stop. Let me not even do that. Let me focus. Brock Purdy stood out. McCaffrey stood out. Debo balled out. Shanahan was in his bag. And now we await the winner of Cowboys Buccaneers. Cowboys Bucks. What Dak Prescott are we getting today? What Ezekiel Elliott are we getting today?
Is this Tom Brady's last game?
Is this Tom Brady's last game?
That's all I keep thinking about. His final game beat Candlestick Park. Everyone says he's going to the Las Vegas Raiders. Are we sure he's not just going to retire?
He's divorced now. He's got some time on his hands.
I don't want to get into their relationship.
I mean, it is.
I
what
know.
it is.
You just never know. They might get back together. Who knows?
Damn, I want the Bucks, man. Although I'm conflicted because the Cowboys, I get it. That's the juicy game. That's the uniform game. That's the rivalry. That's where the history lies. And to see them at Levi Stadium on a West Coast for a playoff game, I haven't been in a playoff game out here in the West Coast since 1994.
Yeah, and Tampa Bay versus the Niners. I think the only playoff game was 2002.
Mooch's last game.
Yeah,
Steve Mariucci's last game.
The year they won it. So
Joe Juravicius went crazy.
Look at you,
Ahmed Plummer got hurt in that game. They were down to her fourth string corners.
Well, that's why I wanted the Vikings. The Niners have faced the Vikings more than any other team in the playoffs in the history of them being in the NFL, if you will. So the Cowboys, Giants, Washington football team, Vikings, those are who they faced many, many, many times. I want the Cowboys again, though, B. I need it. I need the Cowboys.
Well, let's do this because that's our poll question of the day at Morning Roast.
I need it.
At Morning Roast 95.7.
Plus, I want to see Mr. Irrelevant beat Dak and Jerry Jones. after they're paying $40 million for their quarterback.
I don't want Jerry Jones in the state of California. I don't want him here. I can't. Sports hate. I can't stand Jerry Jones. I despise him.
You wouldn't want to hand him an L?
No, I want him to lose tonight on Monday Night Football. I want their offseason to start tonight.
God, I just want to do the white pants throwbacks against the Cowboys. Let them wear their little white helmets. Oh, it'd be so clean.
That would be a clean uniform game. That would be clean.
Come on.
I don't want to deal with the Cowboys this week.
You want them.
I don't want to deal with them.
Ticket prices would be through the roof.
Sell tickets?
No, I'm not selling no tickets. I'm going to that bad boy. We'll sell tickets.
Use the credential. Free 99 movement.
I like to be in the stands. I like to feel the place shake.
I do. I got to say the difference.
If I'm not hugging a random stranger and high-fiving people in front or behind me, what's the point of even going?
Listen.
I live for that.
I do miss the press box food. I'm not going to lie about that.
Oh, Lubman was... I got to get back up. They're serving... the
omelet bar
whatever.
right now.
They had some really good pizza up there. That was really good.
Did they have the nachos at halftime?
They didn't have the nachos at halftime. They did break out the chicken tenders, though. And that was, yeah.
So Lubman shows up. I got a lot of heat for this from some of the people here at the station. Lubman shows up. He goes, hey, we got to do this Instagram live video before the game starts.
It was your idea.
Okay, well,
it's actually my idea.
Yeah, and the bosses.
Do the videos,
yeah.
but
so anyway,
somehow I was left out of that.
Well, no, you said you do you because I texted you and you said don't wait for me, whatever.
Yeah,
so I figured I didn't want to bug you because you were getting into the same. I got there early, so we're sitting there and Lubman meets me at my seats. I don't know, what is it, 30 to 40 minutes before the game?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and we start doing Instagram Live, right? And so he's got the phone out, and then, I don't know, somebody in the chat was asking about the jersey, and they're like, oh, is that a Jimmy Ward jersey, #1? And I go, no, it's a Shasky custom.
Yeah, it's a custom Shasky.
Right? Well, as I'm doing that, the guys behind us are like, we're on the big screen. And so I'm up on the Jumbotron, and I look, and me and Lubman start going crazy, and I just happen to be on the 95.7 The Game Instagram Live feed. And I don't know who, but there were a random bunch of people were videoing the board at the exact same time and took screenshots of us on the Jumbotron. It was like Inception levels of amazingness.
Candidate for a doobie?
It was a pretty cool moment. Like it happened right away after we started the Instagram video.
Come on,
couldn't have scripted a lot.
It was me pointing to the back like RVD to the custom jersey.
Trust me, I heard all about it.
You were feeling it.
No, I heard all about it. Well, I got 15 texts right away. Yo, Shasky's on the big board. Shasky's on the big board. He's wearing a Shasky jersey. And I was like, of course he's wearing a Shasky jersey because nobody loves Shasky more than Shasky, right? But not only that.
I was promoting.
I look at the 95.7 thing and I see Lubman's face, right? And I'm like, did Lubman do a video with just himself? The balls it takes for him to do that?
Hey. Did you see Crowley in the video as well?
I did see Crowley in the video.
The happiest I've ever seen him in his life.
He loves it.
Oh, with the coffee? He was thrilled.
He was thrilled.
Also, he was calling out every play. I'm like, all right, Crow, I get it, all right? And I know you know the X's and O's. Relax over there,
Just watch the game, homie. Just watch the game. Worry about getting a defense at USC. Worry about stopping the nosebleed. Worry about stopping Cameron Risen or whatever the hell his name is. Reason,
whatever. I don't know how to
Risen.
pronounce it.
Whatever. Utah, they carved you up, Riley Crowley. USC, they carved you up.
I'll admit, though, it was pretty cool to be on the Jumbotron because, they'll show like 40 water and Kilo, and then me.
That was your first time on the Jumbotron? Like
that? Hell yeah. I felt like they just found me. Even DJ E-Rock tweeted it out.
Oh, my God.
Shout out. Hey, the music was jamming.
You guys saw Jerry Rice in pregame, right?
Hey,
you see what he was decked out in
the Laker beanie.
There you go.
Speaking of which, did you hear that they played the Loonies from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas?
I was sitting with you.
What was that?
I was sitting next to you. We both looked at each other like, why are you playing the Raider song? And they remixed it.
It was weird.
It was very strange.
Yeah.
Very strange. I got mobbed. I got it. Dude, the Bud Light patio, I go up there and I got mobbed right away. And I was like, they were like, well, Shasky's over there. Like, everybody knows where Shasky sits. It's like, I got to yo, I'm going over here to Joe Shasky. Like, random fans asking me for tickets. Who you going to see, bro? Who you going to see? Oh, Shasky? Okay, he's right here. Like, all right, bro, my bad, man.
That's the most candlestick part of the entire stadium. Those are my people up there.
Yeah.
Shout out Day, the whole family. It's a squad up there. That party deck, it goes off.
Hey,
you better not wear no Seattle gear. Imagine Cowboy fans showing up to that Bud Light Plaza area. What is that called? Right. Is it the Bud Light party deck? I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, good luck, Cowboy fans.
Oak Monster, if y'all going to be on video, can we do a little more design on the studio? We can see you LMAO, love the show. Well, what do you want? We got the 95.7 The Game logos here. We have the mic. We have the window outside. You can see the cars driving by. Downtown San Francisco, you see Shasky. I mean, what else do you want? Want us to throw in body armor? Hey, body armor. Shout out to Dave.
Yeah.
Body armor.
He was at the game, too.
Oh, he's always at the game.
And he was
he's everywhere.
with 40 and
with
everybody.
Pilo, he's everywhere.
Yeah,
Dave's everywhere.
The Horn Barbecue guy was with him.
Dave's everywhere. Any big game, he's there. He'll be in Philadelphia if the Niners make it that far. I really want this Philly trip, Shasky.
Yeah, we gotta get there though. We're way ahead of ourselves.
Dude, I know we're way ahead of ourselves. I need this
yourselves.
Bucks. This is why Monday Night Football in the playoffs, it ticks me off. I gotta wait all day long. We got Warriors and Wizards. That'll be over. Hopefully the Warriors win. I need a win for my sanity. God. I need a win, Warriors. Win, please. No Klay Thompson tonight. No Kuminga. No JaMychal Green. No Wiseman. No Andre Iguodala. I need a win.
Nobody.
I need a win. It's the Wizards. I need a win.
How do the Niners have more road wins than the freaking Warriors?
I don't know. Oh, boy. Check this out, Shasky. If you're in your car.
Okay.
And you're driving around. And you can't get to a TV. Programming alert. Bucks Cowboys. Live on 95.7 The Game. Tonight, right after Damon and Rattle. So if you're listening to Damon and Rattle, 6 o'clock hits, boom. I can't get to a TV. We got the good old radio. We're airing Bucks Cowboys live on 95.7 The Game. Don't forget, Friday, we're giving away a chance to win Jerry Rice NFL Blitz Legends Arcade Console by Arcade One Up Official. Man, what a week this is going to be. What a week this is going to be. Cowboys or Bucks. I don't want the stinking Cowboys. I'm tired of them, dude. I don't want them. I want them to bow out. I want them to lose. I want Guru to be miserable. I want him to talk about Dak, blah, 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 blah. But if the Cowboys win, you get Michael Irvin to the Bay Area. You get Stephen A. Smith to the Bay Area. You get all these Cowboy fans to the Bay Area. You get Jerry Jones to the Bay Area.
Skip Bayless.
Skip Bayless.
You'll get Skip Bayless in your life.
Skip Bayless can't leave the house.
Oh, my God.
Skip Bayless can't leave the house.
San Jose Mercury News, 1996.
How miserable does Skip Bayless have to be? Making all those millions of dollars and he can't even leave the house. Can't go to the grocery store.
Skip's he's a weirdo.
He can't go to the grocery store.
What's his brother's name who's the chef?
I don't know.
John? Is it
Rick.
John?
Rick
Rick.
Bayless.
Thank you.
They don't talk, right?
Don't know. I know they grew
have
up
a rocky relationship.
Yeah, it's shocker. Yeah. Shocker. All right, Brock Purdy, Niners, they advance. They beat the Seahawks 41-23. What a night at Levi's Stadium. A lot of fun. We'll do it again Sunday at 3:30 p.m. kick. Defense got to tighten up a little bit. DK went crazy. Defense has to tighten up just a little bit.
They got to stop the run. I felt like they didn't stop the run early in the game, and it enabled them to do some play action and take some shots downfield. Also, they were playing way off of Lockett.
Way off of Lockett.
And Lockett caught so many underneath balls, and I'm like, okay.
And you know what? That's why I don't want to see the Cowboys, because T.Y. Hilton in the game like that scares me. T.Y. scares me. He looks fresh. C.D. Lamb, Spinoni, get in here. You know how much I love C.D. Lamb.
Oh, you love CD. You wanted the Niners to get him in the draft. I wanted CD too.
Dude, I wanted C.D. Lamb so bad. You had no idea how much.
Sooner.
He's such a beast.
Was he the one who got drafted, or was it Jerry Jeudy who had the girlfriend try to grab his phone?
That was C.D. Lamb.
CD.
Yeah. Remember that?
Stay about bitches.
He was a baller then, too.
Yeah, he was a baller, dude. Freshman year, Rose Bowl.
Are they still together?
Probably not.
Like
probably
Russell Wilson
not.
and his first wife?
She probably played herself that draft day. Probably she just kept it cool. Not grabbed the fold. Kept it cool, right? All right, man. Everybody wants a Cowboy smoke.
Everybody.
Sanford and Bonte on the roast. You don't want Brady? I want the Cowboys, huh?
I don't want Brady. I've been there, done that. It doesn't do anything for me. I'm over that. I want Cowboys. And then you get the 3 NFC East teams, which I think we can beat all 3.
I love the playoffs, man.
It's the best. It really is. This weekend of football was one of the greatest couch potato weekends of all time. I got home after the rain. I took off everything. I hopped in bed. I ate some food, and I hopped in bed and I just watched that whole Jaguar game. They were down 27-0. I texted the group. What did I say, Spadoni?
He said, I think the Jaguars are going to win this.
Yeah.
And I was
27-0.
Yeah.
I was saying, like, listen, I think the Chargers can beat the Chiefs. I think they got a chance.
Well, it was, for me, there's two keys in that game. One, when they did stop the Chargers from scoring a touchdown, instead of making it 31-0, it was 27-0.
Yes.
And then it was like, can the Jaguars get one before halftime? Can they just get one touchdown? And they got one touchdown. I think the Chargers, if I'm not mistaken, Shasky, when they were up 27-0, they ran the ball 8 times and threw it 25 after being up 27-0.